More or less, yeah. I
Okay,
haven't
cool.
noticed any issues with it.
Alright. Because I swear to God, if it starts to dip again, I'm gonna freaking lose it.
I'm gonna make freaking lose it.
That's what I said, yes.
Yeah.
Wait, what the fuck? When did I react with Bonk? The fuck? Why is that on my list of... Whatever.
Oh. And now's a perfect time to start like chewing an entire pack of double bubble gum. I do think that'd be a really funny stream is to just get like an entire thing of gum like this and then just like normal stream otherwise, but it's just like every like 10 minutes I'm just like I grab another piece, I grab another piece, I grab another piece, and I never take any
You don't
out.
like spit it out or swallow it or anything.
No, it's just like it's just a huge wad and it's hard for me to talk like halfway through it.
That'd be an insane bit.
And also, I'm asking you questions that require your input.
Yeah, definitely. And I was
I start asking you inane trolley problems.
then I start fucking choking. It'd be a really
Then I
fun
inherit your
stream
Twitch
idea,
channel
just
so I
saying.
can not do anything with it.
Who gets my Twitch channel?
Maybe
if I
during an
die?
SCP stream.
Your cat.
Junior gets the Junior gets the Twitch channel if I die. Hello, Iron Man. Welcome. I don't know. What do I do with my Steam library when I die? All of my 100%ed games.
Jump.
Junior. He will carry on my legacy. He will spend 50 hours 100%ing random games.
You will do no such thing. Do not subject your animals to that. That's actual cruelty.
Just saying, there's 91 achievements in Porsche. I'm 16 hours into it. You want to know how many I have?
I'm just saying, time is a lot more meaningful to animals.
That's true, that's true.
Guess what? We are animals.
You're right!
Yeah, but we're also fucked.
I think time's meaningful to us, too. It's just, I don't,
More so to them,
Yeah.
given their shorter lifespan.
That's true, they do have that.
Yeah.
I do quite like this soundtrack. That's kind of nice, actually. It's kind of pleasant.
I don't know why you default to rainy ones, but I don't necessarily dislike.
I think rainy is just what it usually pops up because that's like ambient shit.
I guess.
It's not that I like default to anything. It's like I look for something that looks like it's gonna have very little like instrumentals to it, but like enough where it's good background noise.
But what about relaxed cafe music?
I don't want to. Do you know how much it would suck if somebody actually wanted to sit back through the VODs and listen to us go through all of these? And it was like 50 hours of relaxed cafe music for them.
Helix, I think it would suck if they had to sit back through 50 hours of that. In general.
Who knows? Maybe somebody really likes it. Thank you, VOD watchers, by the way.
I don't imagine that they particularly are paying attention to the background music they can't hear over us bitching at each other.
That is true, we do that a lot.
Yeah. Like oil and water most of the time.
I think we mostly have like similar opinions when it comes to SCPs.
Yeah, for SCPs. I mean, for like unrelated shit.
I think some articles are objectively bad.
I think you smell bad, and should, never mind.
What do you mean by that?
We only just started stream, I should probably hold back a little.
Oh man, I'm demonetized already. I'm not even monetized to begin with. I think I need like a lot to get monetized. Even if I have
never-
like good per hour watches, it's just like not. I need enough subscribers.
It's really simple, Helix. You need to be with the in crowd, by which I mean you have to perform favors for people. Which
Speaking of,
yeah,
my
no.
next subscriber will be my 20th YouTube subscriber. Just saying.
Whoa.
Call to action and whatnot. It's just what's that thing that fucking YouTubers always do when they show statistics and they say like, yeah, I'm literally just shooting myself in the foot if I don't. Like you 6 times the amount of people subscribe when you tell them to than when you don't. It's just literally not something I can avoid doing.
I fucking hate. Like, if I were to ever start a YouTube or Twitch, it's just like, even barring me not finding myself entertaining, it's like, I don't want to tell people what to fucking do.
I do.
Yeah, I know you do.
You know how fun it would be to have like 100 people in stream to just like raid Roblox games and goof off?
Yeah.
I want my own army of goons. That'd be so funny.
You're the kind of fucker I'm supposed to be wary of on Twitch.
No. In all honesty, I do appreciate those who watch me, and
Oh, yeah.
I do my best to be entertaining and not like. I don't like the meta of like Twitch and content creation where it's like, oh, you just leech off of other people. That is really it.
Listen, I'm funny in moments and in situations. I'm not funny on Twitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. It's hard to be consistently entertaining.
Yeah. That's like the whole
Like, just.
trouble of streaming.
But I feel like most people aren't, unless it's like.
Yeah.
What they're doing is entertaining to people.
Put it
But
into
even then.
perspective. Like, as a Twitch streamer, I'm putting myself there on a stage trying to entertain a group of people for 3 hours like every single fucking day. Can you imagine that? Like in like a real world setting where you just need to entertain these people for 3 hours just straight
It's
every
basically
single
what-
day.
It's basically what comedians did before those
Yeah, that's what I'm
effectively
saying,
went
like-
I don't think
extinct.
they did it
Stand-up.
every day. They'd have
Well,
shows.
no, but-
yeah. And even those would be like
They were-
3 hours.
They were also acclimatized to that sort of thing, though. I'm not sure
Yeah.
how frequent they would do it.
They'd also have like I guess you can still like pre-plan an entire stream. I was thinking about that because like it would
Should.
be nice to sorry that this is just devolved into streamer talk as we are sitting on top of an SCP about to read, but I just want to get this out there.
Also, most comedians are allowed to reuse jokes.
That's true.
Fair.
They just do the
I mean,
same
so do we.
skits over and over again.
So do we.
Because presumably the people in attendance are not going to be the same over and over again.
Yeah, that's fair.
Imagine being the poor guy that bought 3 tickets without knowing that. Damn. But, I would like to make schedules for streams so that I can release that and be like, hey, these are the days we're doing all this. But I just feel so wrong doing that because with streaming, I can't predict things a week from now. Like, I could, even putting, like, we don't do the SCP stream every weekend because it's just things can pop up, like, over the course of a week and it won't be doing that. What's the point of releasing a schedule?
Yeah, life.
When I'm not sure if on Sunday, like, the people I'm planning to play with will actually be there. What? What are you saying?
It's called life.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't understand how I'm supposed to do that. If you're, like, in a group with, like, other streamers and stuff, that I guess that can work, because they all need to stream as well anyway. So trying to plan something with other content creators is fine, but with just, like, a group of friends, it's, like, literally fucking impossible. Like, Lauren could
because
be
friends
going
and
out to
content
dinner
creators
with her
are not the
family
same
right
thing.
now. Sorry, what?
yeah, because friends and content creators are just actually not the same thing ever.
Yeah. Even though like, I might use my friends as content bait a lot of the time. Thanks, cat girl.
Lamau.
Right. That's enough of that. It's time to like actually get to SCP reading.
Do I have like a meta title or whatever the fuck it would be, or
Um,
I assume not. Just,
What do you want to be?
'cause nothing. I'm just. I think that only really applies to her now that I think about
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Listen,
I'm a
women are
woman.
great clickbait on Twitch. That's all I'm saying.
That sounds about right.
If I could have Lauren like on screen, you know how many extra viewers I'd get just for having a woman on camera.
That's
set up
true. That's
just set up a
actually
fucking
true.
PNG tuber thing in the corner for us.
Can I just do a PNG tuber, but it's just Lauren?
Oh my
I mean,
god.
that is a thing people do.
I just have her over my camera as like a flesh suit.
I
Oh
mean, I
my
guess
god.
that's something you could do for like this sort of stream where you can show who's talking.
Yeah, yeah. I've thought about looking into that. Like some people use just Discord overlay for that, so it's like
Yeah, like
easier
if
to
you're
keep
doing
track
that
of who
thing,
is who
just-
because like, we've had that issue before where people can't tell Ridge and Mort apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Enough.
Like me.
Enough. It's time to read the SCPs. It's 11 minutes in at this point.
I think we've stalled for time enough.
Yeah, yeah. I think we got past the pre-roll ads.
Watch
I'm
the
not
next
sure.
ad break come up.
It should be like 30 minutes into stream, unless Twitch just
So they
lies
keep
again.
telling us.
It doesn't even let me like delay ad breaks anymore. It just forces them.
It doesn't even like actually tell you when they're coming. You just kind of had to assume.
It gives me a general idea of when there should be an ad break, not actually when it happens. Anyway, item number SCP-360. Object class Euclid. Special containment procedures. Foundation agents embedded in airport security and Sky Marshal agencies worldwide are to monitor air travelers and chartered flights for suspected activity related to SCP-360. Individuals suspected of attempting SCP-3... It's just really weird to see them be like, attempting SCP-360. Like, they're attempting the beast that we put in a cage. But I imagine that's going to be explained in a moment. Individuals
Okay.
suspected of attempting SCP-360 are to be detained, questioned, and administered a Class A amnesty. All items related to the activation of SCP-360 are to be confiscated for research. In confirmed cases of SCP-360 activation, Foundation response teams are to enact media suppression and prevent dissemination of knowledge pertaining to the incident. Flight crew and passenger witnesses are to be administered a Class B amnestic and given a cover story. Description: SCP-360 is an anomalous ritual that ostensibly allows a single living human subject to ascend to a higher level plane of existence. When performed at an altitude of 10,500 meters or higher, affected subjects emit a blinding light and a burst of high-energy radiation for several seconds, then disappear. The radiation dosage is negligible and does not pose any long-term danger to affected individuals. However, due to the altitude required for successful activation, SCP-360 has resulted in numerous aviation incidents involving both public and private aircraft. That's actually so funny to me. It's not the problem with the radiation or like the dangers of like them being up high. They just glow really bright and it's a danger to aircraft.
Yeah.
They point a laser at them. When questioned, numerous witnesses of SCP-360 activation events, particularly those identifying as devout religious adherents, have reportedly experienced auditory and/or visual hallucinations consistent with their religious beliefs. These have taken the form of seeing the affected subject with luminescent wings or a halo prior to disappearance, music with no identifiable source, religious iconography or imagery, or a feeling that they were in the vicinity of a powerful presence. To date, no individual who has successfully performed SCP-360 has ever been recovered. Does that mean what's the religion that like believes in reincarnation as a different animal based on your merit or whatever? Is that Buddhism?
There's a lot of ones that are like that.
I'm just imagining one of those, like somebody who believes in that, like witnessing this happen, and they just watch a person like glow really brightly and like transform into a rabbit before disappearing. Alright, did I read that? I don't remember. To date, no individual has successfully performed SCP-360 has ever been recovered. Addendum 360-1, Investigation Log. Following thorough interrogation of individuals detained prior to a successful activation of SCP-360, it has been determined that in every case that knowledge of SCP-360 had been disseminated through a multi-page letter sent to the individual's residence. This letter reportedly contained self-help information, instructions for performing SCP-360, as well as a final message encouraging the reader to forward the contents onto other interested individuals. The vast majority of interrogated individuals had already forwarded the letter, but on Redacted, one instance was successfully contained by members of Mobile Task Force Alpha 4, Pony Express, prior to mail pickup by local postal employees. The contents of the handwritten letter, which have been determined to be non-anomalous, are as follows. To whom it may concern, faith is real, but devotion is a myth. God exists, in fact, all gods exist. They are real and their power is real, but their motivations are childish and petulant. Whether you believe in salvation, transcendence, or reincarnation, these are but hoops in the petty games that they would have you believe to be necessary. Real peace is found within you, and no priest or rabbi can tell you otherwise. When you learn to accept and love yourself, that's when the world finally falls into place and the truth becomes clear. Let go of the empty words pretending to guide you to true happiness. Let the world fade away around you and embrace the power within yourself. From those who have gone before to those who are about to come, we are here, waiting. Not as gods or angels, but as brothers and sisters. The remainder of the document describes 2 items required for successful activation of SCP-360, as well as a procedure required to complete the ritual. You will need a token, something from a loved one, a gift from a child, a flower from a spouse, or a toy from a parent. Something that means something to you. You will need to mix a potion. The ingredients are simple, but need to be precise. 50 milliliters of purified water, 1 crushed mint leaf, 5 grams of dried willow bark, 3 milliliters of tea tree oil, 500 milligrams of acetaminophen. Redacted. Redacted. Combine ingredients and simmer over low heat until it turns luminous gold. Step 1. Fly. Lift yourself above the highest peaks where the air is thin and the heavens are close. Angels and demons may be the messengers of the usurpers, but they have wings for a reason. 2. Hold your token close to your heart. Remember how you felt when it was given. Cherish that feeling, and let it grow within you. 3. Drink the potion, let it numb the body and free your spirit. 4. Repeat these words. Redacted. 5. Be free. Pass this on to those who need it. You know who they are, and you always wish that there was more you could do to help. They will find you and thank you for it. That's a promise. Due to the continued occurrence of incidents confirmed or suspected to be related to SCP-360, it is suspected that additional instances of this documentation remain uncontained. MTF Alpha 4 is continuing to monitor postal services for instances and contain them as soon as they become identified. That was a good article. I like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Short and sweet.
Yeah. It's
But
not
it gives
like...
just enough of the process.
Yeah, it's not like enough where I'm just like genuinely, why didn't they try this? Why didn't they try that? What did they...
I do wonder if they've sent anyone in there.
How many D-class have they let just ascend? But I do appreciate it, and I'm fine with them just saying, like, yeah, they couldn't make contact with anyone who did it.
We're going to gaslight this person into thinking this camcorder is their most cherished possession from a dear friend.
Like, sometimes
Now,
it works.
go up there. Tell us what you find.
Tell us what you find, yeah. Sometimes it works in an article when instead of doing, like, test logs about, like, oh, we tried sending a camera, it didn't work. We tried sending a microphone, it didn't work. We tried sending it didn't work. It's better to just say, like, they've been incapable of doing anything after the transition.
That shit ain't working.
Yeah, we really don't need to see that they tried, like, 7 different things that didn't work. And, like, then maybe one thing that was, like, kind of, like, odd. That's not necessary. Like, you can just leave it as, like, they couldn't figure shit out.
I mean, it depends on the context of the article, but yeah. And this one, I think it works best as to just, no.
Yeah. I appreciate that there wasn't any extra flair to the note or anything. Like, oh, it was written on human skin with, like, a blood-based paint or something. It's just on fucking paper.
This is just a chain letter.
Yeah.
That's telling people how to reach ascension or goals.
Yeah. Really like that. Simple, doesn't need to be more.
Yeah.
Okay, I could take this one as well since the last one was pretty short.
Okay.
Item number SCP-361. Object class safe. Special containment procedures. SCP-361 is to be kept in a standard artifact containment unit in Site-19's high-value wing. SCP-361 is to be kept in a cool and dry environment to prevent damage to the aged metal it is composed of, and thoroughly cleaned after each use. I just had a terrifying thought. like mid reading that, is that I don't actually have like YouTube Premium or anything. I just use an ad blocker, and I was thinking of how terrifying it'd be if that ad blocker ever fails and we just get like bombarded with like a Mr. Clean ad or some shit in the middle of the SCP reading.
That'd be so funny, though.
What a break from the ads.
I'm really glad that hasn't happened this entire time, but it'd be terrifying if it does in the future.
That'd be so funny.
It would, dude. Oh my god, it'd suck. Okay. Description. SCP-361 is a bronze Etruscan artifact in the shape of a sheep's liver. What? Huh? Is that like
What?
super distinct from other livers, or is it...
I know, that's
No,
like
I think
what?
it just bears a
Yeah,
resemblance.
that's a very, like, odd thing, but it's believable, I guess.
I mean, sheep are often used for sacrificial things, aren't
Yeah?
just animals in general kind of were, so.
Yeah.
knows?
SCP-361 is covered in the names of Etruscan gods and instructions for various religious rites. Couldn't you record it on, like, a stone tablet or something? Why the bronze sheep liver? This is the only way, I promise.
Because it'd be a lot harder to tell if it was the original, I guess. I don't fucking know.
Okay. It is believed to have served as a tool for practicing haru spicy.
Christmassy?
Oh my god,
Ah.
divination
I-
using animal organs is what that is.
Okay.
Great. I love sarcasm.
Yeah.
SCP-361 bears a strong resemblance to the non-anomalous artifact known as the liver of Piacenza pizza, with which it was originally found during the late 19th century. Both artifacts date to the 2nd to 3rd century BCE, to the province of Pizza, Italy. SCP-361's SCP-361's anomalous properties manifest if it comes into contact with a sheep's liver.
Wow.
Sorry, I know I'm not reading this in the traditional way, but oh my god, the fact that it's just like...
Only a sheep's liver. Only that.
I mean, it's shaped like a sheep's liver, but I do love the
It's just
implication
so
of.
specific.
Alright. I do just love the image of it being like sat on a table somewhere and someone just from off screen chucks it at the bronze liver.
I'm
to activate
assuming...
it.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's one of the, like, rituals written on the bronze sheep liver, because how else are they gonna figure that out if they didn't already know about it?
I mean, yeah, presumably.
When are they gonna be like, okay, we need to touch these two sheep livers together? Okay, it needs to be removed no more than 3 hours before interacting with SCP-361. When such contact is made, SCP-361 will vocalize in a language and tone appropriate to the one introducing the liver to it, a set of instructions meant to achieve contact with one of the gods or spirits depicted in the writings covering it. Through a service it refers to as Haru's Ko. If these instructions are performed correctly within a period of 30 seconds, SCP-361 will provide a new set of instructions. SCP-361's instructions will grow increasingly convoluted and or nonsensical until becoming almost impossible to perform under the given time limit. Failure to follow an instruction will cause SCP-361 to become inactive for a period of 24 hours. Test log SCP-361 Test 361-A Stage 1. A sheep's liver is introduced to SCP-361. Vocalization. Welcome to Haru's Co. Your sacrifice is very important to us. For Tenya the Thunderer, please perform a horizontal incision on the offering. For Ida of the Thunder Underworld, please perform a vertical incision. For Maris, lightly cover your offering with the ash of a dead warrior related to you by blood. Stage 2. A horizontal incision is made. Vocalization. You have selected Tenya. For your weekly meteorological divination, please singe your offering over an open flame for 5 seconds. For warning bolts, please place a green olive on the altar. For beseechments and beneficial interventions, please attach a written consent from the consulate gods. For catastrophes, please remove the head of an adult ox and hold. Stage 3. The liver is singed over an open flame. Vocalization. You have selected weekly meteorological divination. For your local forecast, please perform the 7 sacred rites of Tenya while avoiding the anger of the mildew spirits. For forecasts for other areas, please perform the rites upon a boat of 3 masts or more. For a marital forecast, please consult with your local priest of Uni. Stage 4. Researchers were unable to comply with the instructions in the given time frame. Vocalization. No input was received. This sacrifice will be disconnected. Thank you for using Haru's Cow. Rosna's #1 divination and deistic petition service for more than 2,000 years. The gods are looking forward to your next call. SB361 enters an active state. I'm quite fond of this one now.
I love this.
Fucking hotline to the gods. Addendum SCP-361-A. In order to examine the limits of SCP-361's ability to alter the language and tone it uses to interact with its user, a subject with a similar cultural origin to SCP-361 was required. For that purpose, a request for interaction between SCP-361 and SCP-1510, the persona of which originates from the same general area and time period, was made and accepted. Test 361-B. Stage 1. Subject D-1510-104, we're just going to say -104 now, wearing SCP-1510, introduces a sheep's liver to SCP-361. Vocalization. SCP-361 vocalizes in Classic Latin, the language spoken by -1. The instruction is translated to, Son of Romulus, speak the words thy father taught you, and your watcher will speak his words carried by our spirit. What?
Romulus. Like Rome.
Stage 2. SCP-1 chants several phrases in Latin, later identified as an oath to Mars Gradavis. Vocalization. SCP-361's instructions is translated to place the aspect of your watcher at his feet so he might see your altered form. What? Stage 3. -1 requests an open flame. He is given a camping gas lamp. SCP-1 places the lit gas lamp at the feet of the table SCP-361 is placed on. Vocalization. SCP-361's instruction is translated to speak the duty of your watcher so he might judge your worthiness. Stage 4. -1 speaks a Latin phrase, later identified as Mars Gradavis' oath to guard, preserve, and protect the state, the peace, and the Senate. Vocalization. SCP-361's instructions is translated to show your watcher that you do not stand alone. Does he who guards your left carry him your watcher's conviction? Stage 5. SCP-1 requests one of the supervising researchers to enter the room and touch SCP-361. Request granted. Vocalization. SCP-361 speaks in a different voice, still in Classic Latin. Courage, Publius. This too shall pass. When rust claims your soul at last, valor will make you into Aenos, and carry you beyond these shores, to rest among your fathers. The voice was later identified by -1 as the voice of the persona's father. SCP-361 enters inactive state. Didn't like that one as much. It was just kind of, like, really confusing.
I think it would make more sense to us if we knew of 1510.
I'm assuming
Like, I
it
feel like
mentioned
there's
like
more
they
to
wear
1510.
it, so I'm imagining it's something like the one wardrobe where like you put on like different clothes and then you take on the persona of whatever clothes you were wearing. Something like that is what I'm
Maybe.
imagining this is.
That or Dr. Bright.
Shows no anomalous properties unless worn by a man at the ages 28 to 35. Overriding the wearer's personality entirely. Yeah, it's a possessing hat.
It's Doctor, right? But Roman guy
Yeah.
and a helmet.
But yeah, maybe it would make more sense if we actually like knew who the Roman
I think
guy
it would
was.
have more impact, but
Yeah. Oh boy, that's a Mord article if I've seen one.
no. All right, goodbye.
I've seen enough. I'm out of here.
I've seen enough. I'm dissatisfied. All right, one sec. All right. Item number SCP-362, Object Class Safe. Special Containment Procedures. The first sentence there is redacted. SCP-362 may be sealed in a polypropylene bag and stored in an indexed box on site within Vault 2B. No.
No.
Okay, SCP-68... motherfucker. SCP-362 is to be stored in a polypropylene bag and kept in a standard lockbox. This lockbox is to be kept in a dedicated room with no materials pertaining to other SCPs, including handwritten or typed files, smartphones, PDAs, post-it notes, memos, etc. Electronic devices within access to the internet and/or on-site intranet are forbidden from entering or exiting said room. Containment chamber should include non-relevant books and magazines along with blank notebooks for observation purposes. Only persons possessing level 1 clearance or lower may receive authorization to enter the containment chamber and wear SCP-362, which shall be done for research purposes and for said purposes only. Dr. Redacted and O5 Redacted possess keys unlocking SCP-362's lockbox. No other copies may be made without O5 authorization. 2 security personnel must bar access to anyone not possessing the required clearance, and at least 1 surveillance camera must monitor each of the following for both research and security purposes: exterior of chamber entryway, interior of chamber entryway, lockbox, and the chamber itself. Description: SCP-362 is a light blue t-shirt bearing the logo of Redacted, a children's Saturday morning cartoon television program popular in the late 1980s and early 1990s. It is a size M medium with short sleeves. Its color appears to have faded and was likely a darker shade of blue. Its tag states the t-shirt is made of 100% cotton. Testing has confirmed this statement. Despite its apparent age, it is in good condition apart from said fading. Its collar and sleeves are not worn or threadbare, and it has no holes or rips. Incredible. Helix if you would. Test subjects wearing SCP-362 have unanimously reported no feelings of discomfort, unease, or foreboding. Lab subjects, whose ages range from 22 to 35, have expressed what can perhaps be informally phrased as amused nostalgia upon donning SCP-362. In tests, it has been worn as briefly as 3.6 seconds and as long as redacted in days, presumably double digits given the length of the redaction, with a mean duration of redacted hours. Aside from the obvious inconvenience of wearing an item of clothing longer than a few days, the test subject in each case reported normal emotional responses. Upon doffing SCP-362, its effects are immediate and almost invariable among tests, the only significant variable being the duration the test subjects must endure the phenomenon before it ends. Immediately after pulling SCP-362 off his or her head, the test subject reports several to dozens of humanoid figures suddenly appearing in the room with them. The figure appears after the instant the test subject's vision becomes obscured by the material of SCP-362 passing over the subject's eyes as it is removed. These figures present with absolutely indeterminate features. Most to all of these figures seem to fix their attention on the test subject, and unless approached, will stand motionless. A test subject who moves around the test chamber will find these figures also move, but only to keep their attention fixed on the subject and or to avoid physical contact with the subject. These figures will go as far as to phase through the confines of the test chamber to avoid contact with any living being. Figures themselves have been variously described as blurry mirages and, most commonly, as shadowy or made of shadows. Often, a few of these figures will seem to take no interest in the test subject, but will instead explore the surrounding environment. They will appear to touch items, rifle through piles of paper, page through books, operate computers, etc. Their recording demonstrates they do not actually manipulate objects in any observable way. Wrong. Twice, a figure reportedly has appeared to handle and operate a device like a Geiger counter, with which the figure seemed to scan objects or take readings for the duration of the sighting. Upon review of archived episodes of Redacted, the show appears never to have referenced or depicted anything resembling the figures which have appeared to all test subjects. After experimentation, test subjects, even those who experience eagerness and/or amusement at the prospect of wearing SCP-362, express unease when prompted to discuss the show. This part's crossed out again. Though these figures reveal themselves only to the test subject, do not generate significant fluctuations in sensory equipment, and fail to manipulate physical objects, it is recommended that security protocol regarding SCP-362 includes vault containment with access granted only to relevant researchers and personnel. Wrong. He looks if he would. In light of Incident SCP-362-02, and in order to avoid cross-contamination of SCPs and prevent security breaches, no items, information, or personnel of level 2 clearance or higher may ever be present in SCP-362's chambers prior to or immediately after experimentation. Furthermore, under no circumstances may SCP-362 be worn by any person longer than 9 days. Addendum. Immediately prior to said incident, test subject had worn SCP-362 for 31 days. As per research protocol, test subject had not been informed of the effects of doffing SCP-362. Upon removal, Site Redacted experienced a containment breach which lasted redacted minutes when primary and secondary power systems simultaneously failed. All debriefed personnel at Site Redacted reported experiencing similar feelings of dread during the breach, many of whom were trapped in rooms without power or means of egress when failsafe systems activated. Some personnel reported the sensation that other persons inhabited the room with them during the breach, despite being alone immediately beforehand. Many personnel felt as though they were being watched. Immediately after the breach, upon restoration of secondary power, primary power took an additional redacted minutes to come back online. I didn't need that, but okay. Site Redacted personnel discovered files scattered, books open, and notes in disarray. IT Division reported that several computers and other devices had access to data expunged. Test subject expired due to ventricular fibrillation, redacted minutes after secondary power failed. Autopsy reported abnormally high adrenaline levels in subject's bloodstream. Authorization to upgrade SCP-362 to Euclid class pending. Interview log for experiment 362-redacted. Interviewer Dr. Redacted with Dr. Redacted. Great, I'm so glad.
Yeah.
Test subject D1022, time 5 minutes. Alright, who's who?
Who's who?
Who's who?
Who's who?
Who's who? I don't care.
Alright, who's who?
Fucking pick. I don't give a shit.
I'll take the doctor.
Okay.
Please describe your surroundings.
I don't know. It's like an office, I guess. Papers, notepads. There's a box in front of me.
Is anyone in the room with you?
I thought you were watching me, through cameras.
We are. Is there anyone in the room with you?
Is there supposed to be? No one in here but me.
Thank you. Please use the key provided to open the box in front of you, then put on what you find inside.
What? It's just a shirt. Oh, hell yeah, it's redacted. Oh man, I used to watch that show all the time.
I'm imagining it's like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, by the way.
I am personally imagine Sonic, considering it's a blue shirt.
Yeah.
Which I think would be even funnier that they're being harassed by shadow people.
Please
Oh
put
my
it on.
god, yes. Shadow the Hedgehog.
Sure thing. Can I keep it?
I love the with some amusement. I'm afraid not.
Show is the shit. Subject sings what has been identified as the theme song of said children's program as he puts on SCP-362. Okay, it's on.
Ninja Turtles.
So, what now?
You'll receive further instructions in 5 minutes. Until then, you may busy yourself with whatever you find in the room.
Subject swivels back and forth in his chair and as he hums aforementioned tune. At T-minus 3 minutes, he draws humanoid figures with a pen.
Can you tell me why you've drawn those figures?
Just keeping busy, like you said.
Yes, but why those particular figures?
What? You're telling me you never watched Redacted?
Reviewed some episodes, yes.
This is Redacted. Come on, man. Don't tell me you don't see the resemblance.
Oh yes, of course. It's the very likeness of him.
Whatever, I'm a good artist.
Time is up. You may remove that item of clothing.
Alright. Subject removes SCP-362 over his head. The instant he can see again, D-1022 stumbles backwards against the desk. Oh, shit!
What's wrong?
What is this? What's going on?
Please describe your surroundings.
Who are all these people?
Please describe what you see.
They're watching me. They're ghosts or something. Get me out of here.
You are not in any danger. Please describe them in further detail.
What do you want? What do you want? Subject rushes forward. You want a piece of this? Stop fucking moving. He just starts trying to throw down shadow
Understandable, to be honest.
It is on site.
I'm gonna throw hands at the horrors. Oh, that's funny. You are not in any danger. Please do not attack them.
I guess I'll take the other doctor.
I was going to. To Dr. Redacted. Inaudible to the D class. If he provokes them, maybe we'll get some new data.
D-1022 continues to turn and lunge at unseen opponents for 16 seconds of silence. Then...
Where'd they go? Oh, fuck. That was you. My bad.
Dumbass.
Say it.
I just did.
Did you?
You were speaking over... whatever. Where'd they go?
They're gone. Describe how they went.
Just... when? Just 1 minute they're there and then... what were they? D-1022 begins to shiver visibly.
Is something wrong? Is it colder in the room? To Dr. Redacted. Can I get a temperature reading? It's normal, no change. D-1022, is it colder in the room than it was before?
Get me out of here. I'm not telling you anything else until you let me. Data expunged. Experiment logs. Data expunged. 362-E5. Date 3620 redacted. D-2323 recruited specifically for this experiment due to his skill at dart throwing wore SCP-362 for 5 minutes. After effects lasted 2 minutes and... Yes.
His skill.
Yeah. Whatever.
I really like that they have a note on this D class that he's really good at darts.
Yeah. After effect lasted 2 minutes and 36 seconds. During this period, D-2323 was encouraged to throw darts at the figures and report verbally on results. Due to panic, which D-2323 experienced, subject utilized only 1 minute and 6 seconds of time available. Findings seem to confirm hypothesis based on previous experiments. Figures will phase through walls, blink in and out of visibility, and/or move more quickly than seems possible in order to avoid contact with either biological objects or non-biological objects introduced into the chamber with hostile intent. Get expunged. Now we're on to E12. I'm gonna be honest, the date doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
44 D-class personnel instructed into chamber prior to experimentation. Subjects became claustrophobic. Staff introduced a mild tranquilizing gas into chamber to avoid compromising the experiment. Okay. Afterwards...
Wait,
Afterwards...
did they just fill the room with so many people that there's not going to be... Is that really where this...
I guess... whatever, let me keep reading. Afterward, DU-3197 wore SCP-362 for 5 minutes and, during that time, led the other participants in a chorus of the television show's theme song. This appears to have been the result of introducing the gas into the chamber and is likely not an effect of SCP-362, though further examination may be necessary to confirm this hypothesis. After D-3197 was instructed to remove SCP-362, he reported seeing figures for approximately 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Immediately upon removal, 9 D-Class personnel disappeared from the chamber. Oh, okay. D-3197 reported that when the vanished D-Class personnel had stood, the figures appeared in their place. Remaining D-Class personnel exhibited signs of panic, despite lacking the ability to see the figures themselves. In order to avoid a possible containment breach due to D-Class personnel overcoming the effects of the tranquilizer, causing damage to the test chamber, and/or each other, a paralytic agent was introduced into the room. So, okay, so it was testing to see if they were able to generate, I guess, if, like, they couldn't see around, like, a crowd of people. So it just fucking replaced a couple people. Holy shit.
Yeah. Like, oh, these things do everything possible to stay away from physical matter, especially
but
biological.
They do try to stay
What if
visible.
all of it is biological material?
But it's also... They also seem to try and stay visible to some degree.
Yeah.
Incident Log SCP-362-3. After experiment 362-E12, researchers have identified anomalous data appearing on terminals during SCP-362 experimentation. First sample located on terminal Redacted's hard drive after post-experimentation scan. See Experiment Log 362-E13. 2 more samples generated during E14 and 15. Current hypothesis posits a correlation between missing D-Class personnel and contents of anomalous data. Find a sample of said data attached. For full documentation, see Redacted. I was one who sang and one who watched the song, and now we watch the song. For signs. It is 2.957. It is 3.6602. It is 5.5 repeating. It is 5. It is 4.3. It is 10,000 or 10,055,92.3. Is repeating these signs. There are more signs, but there are signs we have seen when we watch the song. We see the song at all times. Always at each time we see the song, we have duly note the song of 3.66.02 and the sign of 5.5 repeating. It's repeating. These are the signs. 3.6602, 5.5 repeating, 2.957, 5, 4.3, 10,055,93.3. We are watching the signs at all times. We are watching them, and now we duly note that we are watching. Okay.
Yeah,
I think I just had a stroke, but...
I think we love the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Sabuke College.
What's that one called?
That's a good question.
A cool t-shirt.
A cool t-shirt. Alright, let's see it.
Okay. That's a lot of characters, I think.
Oh, fuck me.
Since we'll both be working on this one, would you like to take this as well?
Yeah, I'll take this as well.
Yeah, because, like, all of the solo reading is here.
Yeah. Item number SCP-363, Object Class Key. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-363 specimens are contained in a 2x2x2 meter room that is to be constantly illuminated by high-powered lighting. This lighting must be connected to multiple redundant power sources, and in case of total system failure, Mobile Task Force Eta-7 is to be dispatched to assess the threat. SCP-362 is to be fed 20 lab mice administered once every 48 hours. Description. Ostensibly, SCP-363 is identical to Scolopendra gigantea, or the Amazonian giant centaur. Dietary needs are identical, and DNA inspection has proven no dissimilarities to normal S. gigantea. SCP-363 is, under normal circumstances, the appropriate size for S. gigantea. Darkness defined here as any level of light under 2 lux, which it actively seeks out. However, SCP-363 will grow rapidly and erratically to sizes up to and exceeding 10 meters by 2 meters. Holy shit. What were you saying, Helix?
I didn't say anything.
Oh,
was
I
muted.
thought you were, but okay. I thought you were saying something for a second. SCP-363 does not retain the form of a centipede under these conditions. So far, reports have documented proboscises, tentacles, highly elongated mandibles, and an inconsistent number of eyes and legs, and in one case, data expunged. Great. SCP-363 will revert back to normal size and appearance after 2 to 3 hours of illumination of a light of at least 50 lux. SCP-363 will attack any animal emitting body heat. It appears to be able to detect and hunt in total darkness. It is assumed it uses other senses to hunt, with vision in a secondary position. Reproductive cycle of SCP-363 is similar to that of normal S. gigantea, with one difference. Rather than in a cluster of leaves and dirt, eggs are laid and fertilized in the redacted cavity of paralyzed data expunged, followed by death. Addendum 1. Note from Dr. Scalder. We've determined that fire seems to scare or ward off SCP-363. In light of this, we have equipped 3 of the members of MTF Eta-7 Creepy Crawlies with military-issue M2A17 flamethrowers. Great. Addendum 2. Incident report of breach. Document 363 Alpha Breach 1. Personnel involved MTF Eta-7. Date 21/5/2003. Site location is redacted. Description. Attempted retrieval of SCP-363 specimen during power failure / containment breach. Start of audio log.
How the fuck are we gonna do this, man?
Oh, fuck me. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's 4 people.
Yeah, we've got Johnson, McShawn, Unknown, Oden, that's 4.
I mean, I imagine unknown is a...
Ada, so that's 6. Oden, is that... No, Oden's up here as well. Oh, this is...
Fuck me.
Why does it just keep shifting so much? I don't even know how we want to read this, man. Alright, Lauren, time for you to pick a character.
I don't know if we could do that.
Come on.
We just don't have enough fucking people for this. I think we just are gonna have to take a couple people each, Helix.
I was thinking, like, Lauren, could you do 2 characters?
I mean, one of the characters you listed through was unknown, and that person says something precisely once.
Yeah. I was thinking, like, maybe Lauren could take Pertz and, like, I don't know, Tell. Johnson...
No, that's...
and
oh, yeah, you're right.
Den would be one of us. Then Adelaire and McShawn could be, like, one of us as well.
I don't know, Pertz is throughout
And
this.
who knows
fair
for
bit.
unknown? There's, like, 7 characters here.
Do
Do you want to just tackle it all on your own?
I could try.
It'll just... You don't have to give them all voices or anything. It's just, like, that's so many fucking characters to keep
Yeah,
track
I'm
of
gonna
and
have
try
to.
to, like, split between all of us.
Yeah, okay.
It'd be a better it'd be better to listen to, but it's just so fucking hard with, like, this amount of people to handle, like, 7 reading roles.
Alright. Pertz, any word from technical on redacted cameras? No dice, Commander. The complete equipment failure throughout the sector. Alright. Night vision on, motion sensors go. Fredman, McShawn, Adelaire, port to rendezvous point. Copy that, Commander. Sub-Team Hornet coming in, over. Sub-Team Wasp, come in. Radio silence. Wasp, do you copy? Over. Jesus Christ almighty, torch that! Signal cuts out. Damn it. Oden, can you hear me? What is your position? Over. Outside of Lab 8. Found it, sir. It's holed up in there. I got... How the fuck do I say that name? I'm not even gonna try.
Awning. It's fucking awning, like, for...
The Onane.
Just awning, like, the fucking porch
Yeah,
thing.
you got Dionane. Over. Casualty? Mangled leg, sir. We scared the shit We scared the redacted in there with the flamethrower. Don't think it's coming in. Are they fixing the power yet? Forget about that, Oden. Tell Von Hauer to keep his flamer trained on the door. Hornet, can you hear me? Over. Loud and clear, sir. Forget the rendezvous. Locate the Lab 8. Don't engage yet. Copy. Going. Interrupted by letters. My grandmother. What the fuck was that? Adelaide, do you see anything? Over. Extensive swearing. There's another one of those in here. Second chamber breach, Commander. Has it seen you? Over. I don't reckon, sir. Good. Try to keep it that way. Parts, how many of those things did they keep in here? Relays question to Con. 8, sir. God. Okay, tell them redacted the prevention or preservation and motherfucker. Okay. Good God. Okay, tell them fuck the preservation and detonate the gas charges. They can, sir. Why the fuck not, Perts? Data expunged. So we're all 3 days from Sunday. Good to know. Orders, Commander. Fuck them all, and burn it down. Oden, tell Von Hauer and Adelaire to set fire to Lab 8, and split up and do a sweep of the area. Neutralize all hostile centipedes. Redact. Copy that. Also, yeah, looks like they're just gone. Hertz, still no contact with Blackfly? Blackfly, report in. Radio silence. No Black. I gathered, Hertz. Alright, Oden, status report. Gasping, groaning. Who is that? Identify. Flamebird, tell. Sir. What is your status? Tell. What of Blackfly? Over. Dead. Everyone. Repeat that, tell. We're all fucking dead down here, Commander. I saw one of them. One of them pulled Doug apart, just in half. It laid all these eggs and another one squirted this jizz all over them. They hatched. They hatched so fast. More of those things ate him so fast. Dozens of eating Howard now. I liked Howard, Commander. Eating. Calm down, Tell. For God's sake. What's your personal status? They're on my legs. I can see them. But I can't feel it biting. I feel something burning. Like bubbling. Tell. Self-terminate. That's an order. Sorry. God damn it, Tell. Do you copy? Immediate self-termination. It's just like this. What the hell are you saying, Tell? I think he's gone crazy. One is all. Cracking misses. Wasp, Hornet, come in. Wasp, Hornet, come in, damn it. Same warped voice as documented Flamer. We are here. There are many. Hertz, tell command we're evacuating the premises. Mission failure. Sir, yes, sir. Airstrike and full bombardment once route. No. Interrupted by crashing sound. Jesus Christ, what? Tearing sounds. 5 minutes of radio silence. Commander Johnson presumed dead. Unknown individual presumed CM Hertz. Hear, O Israel. YHWH is our God. YHWH alone. Gunshot. End of log. Postscript. Site redacted firebombed. Several undamaged and fertilized SCP-363 eggs retrieved. Contain. All members of MTF 8-7 presumed dead. New team established. 05 redact. Great. Cool.
I like this one. That's fucking horrifying. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Giant ass bugs.
The awful ass bugs that I hate.
Addendum 3. Interview. Interviewer, janitor, redacted. Interviewed. Interviewer, data expunged, referred to as I. Thank fucking God. Just any form of identification for expunged names. Please. That's all I ever ask for. Anyways, I'll take I. You can take the janitor, I guess.
Oh, great.
Yeah?
Alright.
Forward. Interview conducted after redacted professed to a possible SCP sighting after firebombing of site redacted. Begin log. Hello. Please sit down. Thank you. Now, you said you saw something after the firebombing. Care to expand on that?
It was, well, one of those guys from the MTF you had stationed there. 8 of 7. One of those guys, yeah.
Do you know his name, perchance?
Yeah, I talked to him once. That guy. Redacted Tell, one of the flamers.
Are you sure it was him?
No, I ain't sure. It looked like him for sure, but there were all these things growing out of him. Like insect legs, but all in random places from his chest, his arms, and one of them was poking out of his eyeball. His eye was just gone, and his mouth, they were these, like, these pincers, mandibles. All black, and there were these things.
Continue.
These things. Centipedes. Crawling in and out of holes in his flesh. He looked at me, his one eye gone and all. It kind of looked like a bug's eye, with facets and stuff. And he laughed. I think he did anyway.
And then?
He ran away.
Thank you. Envelope. Addendum 4. Security level 4. Announcement. Signal a standard MTF anti-defection tracker located, data expunged, 18 miles away from site redacted. Signal associated with redacted Tell. Tracking procedure initialized. Infection risk to be negated at all cost. 05 redacted.
Yeah, that's
Alright, cool.
good.
And she's
Jesus.
scary.
Yeah, they were fucked. That's horrible.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit, Jawbreaker.
Holy shit.
I don't think that's it.
I think it's a plan.
I believe it's my turn now.
If that's a jawbreaker, that is the crustiest fucking jawbreaker I've ever seen.
The cheese touch Jawbreaker.
Christ.
Item number XB364. Object class safe. Special containment procedures. Since SCP-364 cannot be reached by humans, containment measures consist primarily of finding and suppressing any information about SCP-364 before such information can be publicly disseminated. Foundation assets have been inserted into all major space agencies and most private space exploration companies, with standing orders to report back on any actions planned or being carried out that could potentially expose SCP-364. A task force has also been set up to monitor actions by amateur astronomers, although the chances of independent discovery of SCP-364 from ground-based installations are quite small.
Oh, that's a weird looking shiny thing in the sky.
Description. SCP-364 is a point several hundred meters above the volcano Surt on Io, the innermost of Jupiter's Galilean satellites. At irregular intervals, varying amounts of material, up to 4,000 cubic meters at a time, spontaneously appear at this location and settle into Surt, where the material is incinerated by the lava flow from the volcano. The mechanism by which this material appears is not known, and no permanent physical structure has yet been detected near SCP-364, at any other location on Io or anywhere else in the Jovian system. In addition, no unusual energy emissions have been detected coming from SCP-364 or the surrounding area. Is this just like fucking Rick Sanchez's trash can or some shit? It's just a portal to a volcano on some random moon? Just drops
No,
trash into it?
No, I think it's a planet.
No, I mean... what?
No, it's a planet. Fuck you.
What do you... huh?
There's a picture right there.
Yeah, it's circled... do you see the blue circle?
No.
Well, I can't zoom in on it, so actually...
I see it.
Okay, cool. I was about to open image in new tab.
I mean, you can, but
The material that appears is usually a heterogeneous mixture of substances, including metals, particularly ferrous and titanitic. What?
Wait, hang on. Where is it? Titanic?
No, not the movie.
Titanic.
No. Oh, cool. I love that it just I literally copy pasted this in and it just decided to switch and autocorrect it. Really? What? Thanks, Google. Thanks, Google. No,
don't
that's
don't
not
bother
what
trying.
I want.
It's not going to. It's a made-up word. That or it's just not common enough.
That or it's just not real, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna move on. I'm not gonna try to
Titanic?
pronounce it correctly if I can't even find it on Google.
You know what? No, fuck it. Titanic.
Titanic. Okay.
Fuck you.
Organic compounds. Silicious. Is this also a made-up word?
Silicious?
Yeah. Nope, that's real. Okay.
It's a yeah. I kind of figured it was something to do with silica, but
Silicious. Silicious.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just sounds like
silicious.
funny.
It sounds like the word salacious, but that's not what it is.
Yeah. Okay. Silicious compounds and several unknown materials, though spectrography analysis suggests that these may include stable superheavy elements on at least 4 occasions. Probes have detected marks on the material that appear to be written in a language in an unknown script. In addition, a strong correlation has been discovered between the thermal output of SIRT and the appearance of material at SCP-364. Although any potential causative relationship between the two phenomena is purely speculative, evidence collected to date overwhelmingly suggests that the material that appears at SCP-364 is artificial in origin. History.
Well,
The existence of SCP-364 was first suggested in 1979, following the flyby of Jupiter by the Voyager 1 probe. Unusual activity on Io had been picked up by Redacted, part of a clandestine package of instruments added to both Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 by Foundation assets. However, the existence of SCP-364 could not be confirmed until the Galileo probe reached Jupiter in December 1995, using data and images collected by Galileo during its initial pass of Io. None of these images or data were released, the official story being that no images were taken in the first place. While Galileo was left to continue its original mission around Jupiter, Foundation personnel worked with high-ranking NASA officials to develop and launch 2 more probes to Io, specifically to study and monitor SCP-364. However, to avoid suspicion, these missions to Io were announced and treated as exploratory missions to Mars. In late 1999, both the Mars Climate Orbiter and the Mars Polar Lander appeared to crash land on Mars due to human error, when in actuality both spacecraft continued on their way to Io, reaching Jupiter in 2007. Galileo had already been sent to its destruction in Jupiter's atmosphere by this time, but the 2 Mars probes continued to send back data from Io and SCP-364. The replacements for these probes are already redacted. Note, because Io is constantly subjected to heavy radiation in Jupiter's formidable magnetosphere, any spacecraft sent into orbit around Io would be very short-lived, and the 2 probes up there now are in orbit around Europa and Jupiter. Thus, constant observation of SCP-364 is not possible, but this is not a major issue while SCP-364 remains immobile. A more pressing concern is technology. How long will it be before anyone in the world can point a next-generation telescope at Io and be able to resolve a 10-meter-long object from the Earth's surface? Plus, who's to say that whatever is sending that stuff to Io couldn't send it somewhere else? Dr. Blanchard. We have a link here. I wonder where this goes. Project Heimdall.
oh, neat.
Is this
I
just
don't-
an...
I don't know
I think
if
this is
we-
just an overarching thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Involving, like, multiple SCPs. It's fun when we go to one of these and we don't actually see the original article anywhere in it. Like, yeah, here's like these like 7 SCPs that are related and not actually the one that linked us here.
Maybe in more information. Nope.
Collaborative writing project.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alien invasion is science fiction, not horror. What are the rules? Okay, those are in bureaucraties. Care to put them in English?
Wow.
Uh, yeah, we're not getting into that right now.
Ah,
Alright, you're on to the next one, more.
no.
Are you sure?
You know what? Sure, and I take this one, and then you go back to it, and then you go back to it, buddy.
Uh-oh, big ass cannon, yeah?
Yeah, we don't want to
What?
get into shit like that. That's stuff we'd want to do like a dedicated stream for if we want to like get into like a certain canon or like writing universe.
Or group writing project.
Yes. I was actually gonna take this one. This looks
yeah,
awful
do
to
it.
read, by the way.
How dare you? Be gone.
No.
Not you. Different
Hi.
persons here.
Who's here?
Viper.
That one.
Viper's here?
Viper.
Hi,
Viper.
Viper. Live with reading SCPs. Live with reading SCPs right now.
Oh, another one of those brain rot games. I'm playing Ark.
What?
I have a
No, we're
server
not
now.
playing Brain
That's
Rot.
somehow
what?
worse.
What are you even talking about?
Brain rot?
We're reading
Well, you said you're
SCPs.
Oh.
I wish I could parse what you're saying.
I heard I'm trading SCPs, and I'm like,
I'm
is that a brain rot
reading
thing?
SCPs.
Reading.
Kind of need to
I
get
thought you
back to
said
that.
Oh my god, I found a yellow spooky skeleton stego. I made the server I'm in Halloween event, so like there's spooky dinos.
I'm sorry, Viper, but this is not the time for spooky dinos. You need to be reading.
Dinos. Go ahead, keep reading. I'll
Oh, wait,
mute.
wait,
I'll
wait.
read. I will.
Item number SCP-365. Object class Euclid. Special containment procedures. This is all crossed out here. I'll say when it's not. SCP-365 is to be stored in a storage locker at Site 23. SCP-365 must be kept away from any body of water except for testing purposes. That was all crossed out. SCP-365 is to be kept in its testing pool at all times. The door to the pool is to be
Change
locked
that
and
real
guarded
quick.
by one... Huh?
Change that real fucking quick. Maybe we keep it away from water. No, leave it there.
The door to the pool is to be locked and guarded by one security guard. See Addendum 365-02. Experiment requests must be approved by a Level 3 researcher. Description: SCP-365 is a green pool noodle.
Yes.
Sorry. Just... oh, it's so dangerous. Keep it in the water at all costs. It's a green pool noodle, by the way.
Made of polyethylene. But
Made of polyethylene foam. By itself, it displays no unusual properties and is physically identical to a typical noodle of similar size. SCP-365's unusual properties manifest only when it is placed in a body of water. When a subject completely submerges in said body of water, they become unable to get out. Oh, it's the Sims, like you remove the stairs from the pool.
Okay, but when I bite it, I love biting foam pool noodles. So I like. Can I bite it?
Can we
Is it
just
weak to
eat the
bite?
SCP?
Can I bite it?
I do find it really funny.
we are not eating polyethylene, guys. We're
I
eating
do
polyethylene.
like to imagine that a few of the D class, as they're stuck in the pool, have taken a bite or two out of it.
He definitely has.
It does say they have to be fully submerged, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That doesn't really make sense. The pool noodle is not supposed to be full submerged.
No, the noodle
No,
isn't.
the noodle
a different
doesn't. It's just
person when
any
they are
person in the
they're
pool, yeah.
fully submerged, they can't get out.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, I found an explorer note. I didn't.
Subjects report a sense of dread and describe themselves in an infinite sea, swimming endlessly in a direction and finding only more water. See audio log 365-03. It is important to note that to outside observers, the subject simply seems to be flailing in place.
Incredible.
The only way to remove a submerged person from the water is to remove SCP-365, negating its effects. All other methods of rescue have failed. Cables and ropes have exhibited an unnatural resistance and snapped, drainage systems have failed, and human intervention has led to redacted. Addendum 365-01. SCP-365 was discovered in Redacted on Redacted. Retrieval personnel found it at the Redacted public pool alongside the bodies of redacted civilians.
Double digits.
Because SCP-365's properties were unknown at the time, redacted agents lost their lives. SCP-365 was eventually found and removed from the pool, and carbon monoxide from an improperly maintained water heater was used as a cover story.
Scrumptious. Oh
I
my god,
see.
I want this raffle. I want this raffle.
Addendum 02. On Redacted, researcher Redacted discovered that Hallway 19 of Storage Site 23 was flooded. Redacted noticed water leaking from SCP-365's storage locker at a rate of 5 liters per minute. She quickly notified Dr. Redacted, who opened the locker to find SCP-365 producing water from its holes. SCP-365 was subsequently moved to its testing pool, whereupon the flow of water stopped. SCP-365's containment procedures have been changed accordingly. I do find that little addition
We'll
cute.
make my own. No.
Okay, fine then. I'm gonna make my own pool. You're gonna lock me in a box all day.
It's too dangerous. I'm gonna leave it in a pool, even though that's what makes it dangerous.
I
Yeah,
do
but it
like
would
that
kind
that
of
one's
create its
somehow
own
Euclid,
pool, which
by
would
the
cause
way.
problems.
I like that that's somehow Euclid.
I mean,
All it's shown is that it's capable of making water if it doesn't have any.
It can drown you.
It can drown you,
I-
but I'm just pretty sure that
Euclid is usually based off of their understanding of an object, isn't it? Rather than
I thought
like
they were
just
all
the
just
difficulty
like
of
the
containment.
the easiness of the containment. Like Keter is like, damn, this
I
thing
mean-
could get out and cause so much havoc. Like Euclid is like, it could
I mean,
cause
yeah,
problems.
I think it's a mix of the two.
I think Safe is like, they've got a pretty good understanding, and there's no way it's breaking containment.
But like, there are a couple things in safe that I'm surprised are now safe as opposed to Euclid. But
Yeah. Oh boy, you ready, Mort?
fucking, I guess.
You want me to take this one
No.
since my last two are decently short?
I don't really
Ow.
care either way.
I'll take it. Doesn't look too bad to read. Item number SCP-366. Object class Euclid. Special containment procedures. All SCP-366 specimens, regardless of stage, are to be stored in a Level 4 Biological Hazard Freezing Unit at Biological Research Site 66. Cryopreservation is to be achieved through freezing in liquid nitrogen at a constant temperature of negative 196 degrees Celsius to prevent activation. Due to the diminutive nature of SCP-366 ova, these specimens are to be stored in
I should be able to.
Yeah, that one.
stored in a near vacuum class 3 biosafety cabinet to avoid accidental dispersion, in addition to cryopreservation as aligned above. All specimens and infested hosts are only to be handled by authorized personnel wearing Level A hazmat suits with SCBA. And all personnel involved in the
Bah.
handling of SCP-366 are to be scanned by MRI for possible infestation before entering and after exiting containment facilities. If an infestation is detected, specific procedures are to be followed depending on the sex of the host. Great. Males are to be detained and subjected to a dual inguinal orchiectomy. What is an orchiectomy? Am I gonna get like banned if I look this up and it's gonna show me a penis?
Then.
I can look it up if you want.
I pulled it.
Yeah,
in a
go
different
ahead.
tab. I just wanted
Or
to.
shit.
I just wanted to make sure that like the Google search results on the side don't literally show a picture of a cock.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a
it's-
surgical procedure to remove one or both testicles. That was the correct decision.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so when male
There's a
patients,
medical
this
term
removes,
for
this
medical
removes
term
both
for
of their
surgery.
balls.
Oh,
Yes.
one ball be upon ye.
No, it's a dual inguinal erectomy, which means
Oh,
probably
so you
both.
lose both balls. Oof.
be gone.
Yeah,
Get sterilized.
by resident level 3 or higher medical staff. All medical offal is to be disposed of according to HAS-B 142B protocol. A secondary scan for infestation is to be performed after recovery in quarantine to verify the success of the procedure and rule out residual infestation.
Why does it
Females
start in the
found
ball?
Females found to have suffered infestation are to be likewise detained and placed in quarantine under medical observation 24 hours per day until such a time as Abe 366 event occurs. So women just die.
I
Wow.
Shame.
Oh, fuck
Wow.
that word.
see.
I
Shame.
mean, we don't know if they die yet, I will say. They might just get pregnant. Who knows? Might have alien babies.
Whoa.
Anyways, moving on.
Should signs of an imminent Abe 366 event be detected, the host is to be sedated using benzodiazepines.
Benzodiazepines.
Benzodiazepines. The dosage
I
to be
hate you.
determined by the resident head of medical staff. The host's quarantine cell is to be then evacuated of all personnel. Due to the dangers of hearing loss, immediate containment of SCP-366 specimens exiting the host body is essential. It is pregnancy. Post-event, both the host and any affected personnel are to be screened for continued infestation and treated accordingly. If no such infestation is detected and the host survived, Class A amnestics may be administered and the host need no longer be detained. No special social reintegration procedures apply.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you give birth to the SCP and then move on with your day.
Normal. Happened.
Yep. As locations where
Am I
SCP-366 OVA are deposited shift if sealed off permanently, containment of these areas focuses on detection, quarantine of hosts, and containment of specimens. If celestial events known to trigger the appearance of SCP-366 OVA can be foreseen, sites are to be closed down temporarily. If need be, OVA may be harvested for research. In all other situations, OVA are to be allowed to expire before sites are declared open again. If infestation is detected outside of Foundation control, hosts are to be detained and subjected to the stipulations above. The procedures outlined above are then to be applied to locations linked to these cases. Critical infestations occurring outside of the Foundation's control warrant a full quarantine of all individuals in contact with the deceased. If necessary, temporary research and detainment sites are to be established around large-scale hot zones. Description: SCP-366 refers to a human endoparasite of unknown, possibly extraterrestrial origin that starts its life cycle in an ovum stage.
No.
In male hosts, ova can develop into a larval stage. In female hosts, larval stage specimens may transition into the adult stage. Larvae introduced to male hosts and ova introduced to female hosts live at almost 3 hours before expiring due to a lack of the hormones necessary for their further development. Attempts to cultivate infestations in other organisms have not yielded any results, with SCP-366 specimens of any stage expiring as expected when outside a human host. Ova measure approximately 1 micrometer in diameter and have never been recovered unfertilized. When encountered outside of a host, ova are dormant with the embryo in developmental stasis. Larvae measure between 0.1 to 0.2 millimeters and display physical characteristics of the larvae of... I'm just gonna Google whatever that is. The Ochlora potato.
The potato? Okay.
It's a mosquito.
Oh,
No.
Specifically, the brown salt marsh mosquito.
Kill.
mosquito.
Despite this resemblance, researchers indicated no DNA matches with the species or any of its family. Adult SCP-366 specimens resemble the larvae of Tenebrio molitor. I swear this is just another mosquito. I'm gonna be pissed. Oh no, it's the like black
Mealworm.
beetle. Yeah. Okay, cool. Though they are significantly larger. 9.3 centimeters, 14.8 centimeters. Again, this resemblance is superficial only. Upon introduction of SCP-366 ova to a male host via inhalation or ingestion, specimens travel through the body to settle in the testes. An ovum stage specimen monitors its host's testosterone levels for between 27 to 32 days. After that period of time, any significant increase in testosterone over the usual levels will trigger a transition to larval stage. SCP-366 larvae lay dormant in the testes, waiting to be transmitted to a female host. Symptoms that male hosts may display at this time include muscle pains, fevers, and a small amount of blood in the host's urine. Larvae developed in male hosts are transmitted to female hosts through ejaculation. If ejaculation does not occur, larval stage specimens will remain in the host system indefinitely, waiting to be transferred to a female host. Lifespan has not as of yet been established for these larvae.
What happens if they
SCP-360,
jack off and they don't?
I guess it just
It's not
exits.
too female.
As long as it's
I
entered the
assume it
larval stage.
knows.
I believe it's implied that
How's
the
it know?
high testosterone that's when you're fucking.
Yeah, I
that's-
think the high
that's
testosterone
what's
is
supposed
would
to
be when-
trigger
It might
this
also
change
like
into
detect the
larva.
temperature around,
Yeah, like,
you know, like with an actual other person
Yeah.
as opposed
I
to, you know,
Doubt it.
all reliable.
But I guess we'll see if it mentions it. I'm assuming if you jack off, it just gets rid of it. But rip testes, I guess. SB366 infestation in female host occurs after unprotected copulation with infested males, implying that having a condom on would just work. Or do you think it's smart
Better it
enough to
wouldn't
know
be.
that a condom would stop it somehow?
He's an SCP. Maybe you can get through.
It's
Don't
anomalous
break
in
it.
nature. I'm willing to just, you know.
Yeah. Unprotected copulation with infested males. Larvae transmitted in this manner attach to the lining of the uterus and feed on the host's output of 17B estriadol to grow to their adult form. An infestation with adult specimens produces symptoms resembling pregnancy, which may include nausea, a swelling of the abdominal area, light blood loss in stool or vaginal fluids, abdominal cramps. During the gestation period, the SCP-366 specimens present in the uterus will display ovophagous behavior, with the larger and stronger specimens killing and assimilating weaker ones. This process continues until only one specimen survives. After 3 to 6 weeks, the remaining adult specimen leaves the host in an ABES 366 event. Specimens birthed in this manner will take flight through unknown means and attempt to gain access to the open sky. If successful, specimens will ascend toward the redacted system at an average rate of 114 kilometers an hour. Jesus Christ.
Fucking, I guess, man. This is just weird and stupid. I don't know.
Research using tracking devices attached to birth specimens has yielded little result, with signals lost in the vicinity of redacted. Specimens prevented from reaching the open sky will produce a sustained high-pitched sound at approximately 101 decibels. An infestation is designated critical if abnormally elevated levels of 17B estriadol in males cause larval stage specimens to develop into adult stage prematurely. These cases are invariably fatal to the host, as large numbers of immature adult stage specimens leave the host body in an abrupt mass exodus. Ugh. There was only one recorded critical infestation amongst infested males in Foundation custody. SCP-366 ovum stage specimens can be found exclusively in the state of Massachusetts, always at exposed locations known locally for adolescent sexual activity. Certain celestial events, such as meteor showers, may trigger the descent of SCP-366 ova. The amount of ova deposited during these events ranges from approximately 1,000 to 10,000, depending on the level of activity at the location. The exact... Huh?
British.
oh,
Bridge?
British.
Oh.
The way they're using the dot as opposed to a comma.
Yeah, that's dumb. The exact origin of the ova remains untraceable at this point. Addendum 366-A-01. It was so beautiful, man. Just me, the rain, the night sky, and all those falling stars. Host 366, deceased. Right.
Oh,
F.
well, he
His
blew up.
balls
His
ruptured.
testes.
No, I think that's a female.
Oh, please, I have a family.
Doggy.
It looks so stupid. I love him.
I love him.
It looks cross-eyed.
He looks so dumb.
Dumb and stupid.
Magnificent. This thing is Euclid. Oh god, that's not great.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab the Pepsi.
Okay.
Dead.
You have no idea how loud it is right now in my headphones when I hear this. Hold on. Yeah, you probably can hear it.
Oh my.
Well,
That's
now
a
I
Carno
fucking
running.
can.
I'm on a Carno right now.
I see.
Sorry, you're very low, volume. Let me high you up. I don't know why you're low. I think I was in headphones at some point and you were screeching. Here, I can hear you better now.
Oh, okay.
It's just doing that constantly on my headphones. I took him off, but I can hear it outside of my headphones. Like I can hear it thumping. I added the Halloween event, got a really cool raptor. I'm gonna eat raw fish. Oh, there's 2 balls after me. It's the balls the guy lost.
I'm back.
Oh my god, there's another cool raptor.
Alright, feel free to start, Mord.
No.
You don't want the stupid fucker, dude?
I do like this one.
Alright.
Alright, item number SCP-367, object class equal. Special containment procedures. SCP-367's containment area is to be checked daily for damage done by SCP-367. Any and all damage to containment area is to be repaired immediately. Should damage exceed that which can be repaired in a 12-hour period, SCP-367 is to be moved to a temporary containment area and kept under constant observation while repairs are made. Any attempts by SCP-367 to damage or escape containment are to be immediately met by Chemical Suppression Tactic A11. CST A11. Okay, cool. Every 2 hours, SCP-367 is to be provided with 1 kilogram of feed, which may be composed of any available biomatter. In the event that no suitable biomatter is available, other items may be provided for consumption, and CST A11 is to be placed on standby in case of rejection behavior by SCP-367. SCP-367 is to be weighed after each feeding period to monitor weight and density increase leading up to division. Oh. Additional instances of SCP-367 forming in containment are to be disposed of. No unprotected interaction with SCP-367 is to be undertaken unless it is within 30 minutes of a feeding period. SCP-367 may not be removed from the containment area without approval by Site Command. No instances of SCP-367 are to be released to staff for any purpose other than testing. Description: SCP-367 appears to be a small dog of veritable breed, most often appearing as a small brown pup. SCP-367 exhibits a slightly elevated appetite and activity level for a dog of its apparent age and size, and does not sleep, but otherwise behaves as expected for a dog. Wow.
Wow, so different.
SCP-367 is a massive single-celled organism composed of what appears to be a massive yellow slime, with several white threads suspended in it. With a semi-solid sphere of gray material in the center, deemed the nucleus. It is unknown what SCP-367 is made of, or why its outer shell appears to be a juvenile dog. However, testing data expunged. Further investigation. Great, thank you for that. The strings appear to function as the musculoskeletal system, and under most circumstances, the movement and general behavior of SCP-367 are indistinguishable from a normal dog. SCP-367 is capable of feeding on any solid material and has shown the ability to dissolve and digest concrete, steel, titanium, carbon fiber, bone, wood, data expunged. When presented with an item that it cannot fit into its external shell's mouth or be broken down with the teeth, SCP-367 will project pseudopodia from its eternal mass and break down the matter into a consumable form. It is unknown how this occurs, as no acid is used, but it appears to be a disruption of the basic atomic bonds of the matter, which is still under investigation. Oh, okay.
Puppy
It can
dog.
just do that. Puppy doggy.
Puppy dog.
Anyways.
Really?
He's
Isn't
so
this a slime?
Yeah, it's a slime that acts like a dog.
Oh, I
Anyways.
see.
SCP-367 does not increase in size when consuming items, but does increase in density. In addition, SCP-367 does not produce any waste. After consuming enough material to double its starting mass, SCP-367 will find an isolated location, such as in a cabinet or under furniture, and liquefy its outer shell. It will then divide into 2 equal masses and reform its outer shell. creating 2 instances of SCP-367. If SCP-367 is found without food for more than 3 hours, the internal strings will project from the eyes and the mouth areas of SCP-367 and attempt to bore into and break down all nearby matter. In this state, SCP-367 is highly aggressive and has been observed to data expunged. Presumably just eating things. All things. Notes on recovery. SCP-367 was recovered from the residential home of Miss Myra Bancroft in Ireland. Mrs. Bancroft was reported missing several days before, and Foundation staff established containment of residents when it was reported that she had over 80 small dogs in her home, which had consumed her corpse and most of the home. A single instance of SCP-367 was recovered, with all other instances eliminated via CST-A11. Ongoing monitoring of it is in effect to isolate any remaining SCP-367 outside of containment. Cool.
I like that one. The fact that like there was just a fucking old lady with like 80 of them that just kept multiplying. She probably didn't even realize, like... Ugh.
Puppy doggy. Alright, let's see.
Holy
Holy shit.
Also a really small one.
Hand it over.
Yep.
Item number SCP-368, Object Class Safe. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-368 has not yet warranted any need for containment. Though it has the movement patterns and behavior common for a normal bird, neither it nor any of its copies, see addendum, has shown any desire to migrate from the offices in which they are stored. Description. SCP-368 is an animated origami crane folded from ornate, heavy stock paper. Left to its own devices, it will perch, preen, fly from platform to platform, groom, and occasionally construct a makeshift nest out of nearby office supplies. It responds to human touch affectionately, much like a domesticated bird would. The item's demeanor is, on the whole, friendly, and it has been observed to perch on the shoulders of various SCP personnel. Though the item needs no source of nourishment, it appears to sleep at night, and that it places its head under its wing. Studying the physical properties of SCP-368 has proven difficult. The item seems to interpret attempts to capture or contain it as a game, and it has displayed considerable agility and resourcefulness in evading even the most focused attempts at containment. How SCP-368 stays airborne and maintains its stability while airborne is still not known. History. SCP-368 was discovered in an office building in Redacted, Japan in 19 whatever the fuck. Redacted, now employed as 141158, a former employee at the aforementioned building, found the item in a closet full of office supplies. Upon discovery of SCP-368, 141158, I'm just going to call them 14, managed to gain its trust in order to move it to a more secure location. Psychological evaluations of 14 indicated her to be of sufficient mental stability and acuity to warrant a position within the SCP organization. Cross-SCP warnings. It is recommended that SCP-368 be isolated from SCP-529 and 530, as contact will almost certainly alarm all 3 SCPs. Huh.
Sorry, I just opened a soda can and it made Junior jump away from the window because he thought it was like the window making that noise somehow.
I see.
Yeah,
Addendum. Addendum 22. While housed in Research Sector 15, SCP-368 began displaying unusual behavior. Instead of its normal routine of human interaction, grooming, and play, it began hovering over a photocopier, serial number redacted, flattening itself whenever SCP personnel approached. Dr. Redacted, S-19-1425, placed SCP-368 into the photocopier and made a copy, upon which another sheet of paper identical pattern but different hue emerged from the copier and promptly folded itself into shape, mimicking that of the original. SCP-368 and the new specimen, referred to as SCP-368-Alpha, resumed the usual behavior. Since then, SCP-368 has displayed similar behavior at intervals varying between 2 and 4 years, while the copies have shown no such behavior. Though initially Overseer O Redacted disallowed any employee from aiding in the reproduction of SCP-368, and Dr. Redacted was reprimanded for his action, remarkably high employee morale at Research Sector 15 led to the introduction of the progeny of SCP-368 at further SCP facilities. Hell yeah.
I love that. They're just pets. They just keep them in their fucking offices and watch them fly. That's adorable.
I
He's
want
just a
one.
little guy.
I want him. I want him.
So, 529 and 530, one of us has to be the fucking origami dragons, right?
Yeah, one of them has to be.
That's the
Nope,
cat
that's
with
a
the
cat.
miss.
Okay,
That's the
fair
cat
enough.
with the missing half. Just like
Fair.
you don't
Wait,
missing
did we
half for
read
the
this one?
article. Jesus Christ, not a lot to know about this one. It's just a cat that doesn't
we
have
read
its
this
back.
one, didn't we?
I don't think so.
Could have swore we did. Oh.
Carl is very calm and friendly.
Oh, okay. Okay, so cats and dogs scare it. Never mind. This is not fucking dragons origami. That's sad.
Yeah.
That one's also sad, but for different reasons.
Fucking Jesus. One more for you, I guess.
Another. I guess. Alright. Item number SCP-369. Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-369 is to be monitored by time-lapse camera feed to be reviewed for anomalous behavior every 24 hours. Motion-sensitive perimeter alert devices should be placed at the borders of SCP-369 each time it relocates, with at least 3 Level 1 personnel nearby to behave as a semi-active construction crew when under observation. Personnel are to avoid directly observing SCP-369 when no other potential observers are present, though indirect viewing through video or even mirrors has no effect, allowing SCP-369 to continue as normal. Under no circumstances should actual construction work be attempted on SCP-369, nor should the equipment around it be used. Upon loss of contact with SCP-369 when its task is finished, site monitoring should be repackaged and ready for transit to a new location. Once 24 hours have passed, all roads within 75 kilometers, 46.6 miles, should be examined for construction work not matching work schedules of the regional government. Only paved roads are to be examined, beginning with sections of road with comparatively lower usage. Description: SCP-369 is the migratory road construction zone which repairs stretches of road left unattended by repair crews. It generates non-functional lookalikes of several essential road construction vehicles, of note being a small steamroller and an earth mover, the latter being anything from a bobcat to a backhoe. The traffic cones present at the border of the effect are actual traffic cones, lacking any serial number or manufacturer's mark, and always appear to have been in use for at least a few years. If removed from the site, the cones vanish when unobserved. The machines cannot be used or maintained, and testing has shown it unwise to try. The repair process takes up to 4 days, as the road undergoes a semi-organic healing process when not directly observed, resulting in mundane yet professional quality patches made to the pavement. No special properties have been observed in the stretches of road already visited by SCP-369. They resume weathering and wearing down like any normal road as soon as SCP-369 is not present. Tests with construction on and attempted disruption of SCP-369 have resulted every time with the subject being covered in liquid tar and redacted, until the bones and inorganic hard materials were ejected onto the roadside. I see. Effect seems limited to paved United States roadways, and no line repainting is done. Huh. He looks if you would.
You're tarred and feathered.
Literally just eaten by the road.
I guess. Addendum. Attempts by Level 2 research staff to redirect SCP-369 to specific roadwork locations has been so far unsuccessful, though some progress has been made in trying to identify potential targets in advance. Okay, cool. So it just kind of does shit. It just repairs roads on its own. That's kind of funny.
Which could be very problematic, obviously.
I mean, yeah, if you start fucking with the road, but like, it's not doing anything.
You want another one?
How long it's incident A at the very bottom. Ah, piss. Fine.
You want Richard, right?
Fine, I'll read this.
This by all means should be mine, but if you do want it, I will let you have it.
Nope, so, the next like 4 or so are yours, Chief.
I don't know if I want to do that is the problem. That seems like a lot.
Well, we'll see how long they are.
Okay.
4 was just a random number I threw out. Anyway, 1 second. Item number SCP-37. Object Class Keter. Warning. SCP-370 is an exceedingly contagious mimetic infection. No cases of personnel being infected simply from reading this article have yet been recorded, but nevertheless, as a precaution, this document may only be read in a controlled environment, mechanisms in place to terminate the reader at the first symptoms. Okay, cool. Spreading any information about SCP-370 by word of mouth is grounds for immediate termination. Lamau. Special containment procedures. SCP-370 itself is embedded in a small slab of solid lead and kept inside a solid steel box with no openings and 0.5 meter thick walls. Under no circumstances is SCP-370 to be removed from either this box or the lead slab. If SCP-370 becomes partially or completely exposed, blindfolded personnel will be assigned to locate it with a metal detector. An electromagnet will then be used to transfer SCP-370 to a small mold filled with molten lead. Once this is hardened, the lead slab containing SCP-370 will be returned to its steel box, and the box returned to its containment vault. This box is kept in a specially designed vault at site redacted. SCP-370 requires no maintenance whatsoever and no research is authorized. Desire to open this vault to perform research on SCP-370 or for any other reason is a symptom of SCP-370 infection. Any personnel displaying this or any other symptoms must be quarantined immediately and terminated if symptoms persist. SCP-370's vulnerability status is unknown. No testing of the sort has been carried out, and no future testing is authorized due to the extreme risk of contagion to personnel involved. D-Class personnel with significant violent or sadistic tendencies are to be preferred in all interactions with SCP-370 or potentially SCP-370 contagious data. All live process... Motherfucker, words and how to use them. All live broadcasting capability will be removed from any Foundation site that shows signs of SCP-370 presence and restored 1 year after the last SCP-370 event. Any personnel assigned to SCP-370 will show a sudden improvement in overall well-being fucking hell. Okay. Any personnel assigned to SCP-370 who show a sudden improvement in overall well-being should be quarantined and deprived of sleep. Okay. If any personnel continue to display happiness symptoms despite this measure, termination will be authorized. Description. SCP-370 is a key.
Oh, okay.
Okay. The size, shape, material, and general appearance of SCP-370 are unknown. Knowledge of these characteristics is the primary vector for the spread of the SCP-370 disease. Therefore, all records thought to contain such information have been destroyed without review. The disease caused by SCP-370 has 3 distinct sets of symptoms. Designations SCP... I'm just gonna say SCP for brevity, because holy fuck. SCP-A, B, and C. The form of the disease appearing in any given subject appears to be determined primarily by personality.
Let me give it the test.
What?
I missed it.
What? Control F.
58.
Honestly, that's not too bad.
Yeah,
Could be
like
worse.
It's still a lot, but like
That is a lot.
like
but
look at the
fine.
fucking amount here is just ugh.
It could be worse. Where the fuck was I?
I don't know.
Scroll down. Okay. Yeah. SCP-370-A manifests most frequently in subjects characterized by their peers as self-centered or cowardly. He looks. It is the most common manifestation. Damn. Okay. Subjects suffering from SCP-A showed no symptoms upon the initial infection. However, these subjects will commit Sudoku as soon as they have an opportunity to do so with minimal suffering. For example, SCP-A victims will jump from high ledges or shoot themselves in the head with firearms, but will not cut their own wrists or hang themselves. Great! The instant the subject's heart ceases to beat, the infected corpse will glow brilliantly and undergo an unknown transformation. Detailed knowledge of the transformation is a vector for the infection, as is direct visual contact with life produced. No trace of any part of a subject's corpse has ever been recovered following this transformation. Great. The majority of SCP-B subjects are commonly described as both extroverted and altruistic. However, an identical manifestation of SCP-B appears in individuals with strong sadistic or violent tendencies. Subjects infected with SCP-B initially become very calm. The stage lasts for several seconds and is followed by an sudden unprovoked assault on anyone within the subject's range, which continues into an indiscriminate killing spree. Persons killed by the infected subject will glow brightly and undergo an unknown transformation, presumably the same or similar to that of the suicides. Initially, the infected subject is no more dangerous than an ordinary violent human. However, after approximately killing 2 to 3 victims, the subject's body will begin to radiate a yellow light. What the fuck is this stupid light gimmick? I hate this.
Yeah.
This light appears to inhibit the sympathetic nervous response of the subject's victims, making it difficult for victims to fight back. After approximately 5 to 6 successful kills, the light triples in intensity and the direct skin-to-skin contact with the subject becomes deadly. At this point, any eye contact with the victim becomes a contagious factor. Okay. After killing an average of 12 victims, subjects who were considered violent prior to infection may require as many as 50 kills to reach this stage. The subject will abruptly cease hostilities and enter the final phase of SCP infection. Subjects will raise its arms skyward and shout in a slightly amplified voice, "Redacted, take me home." The sound seems to pass through soundproof walls and industrial-strength earmuffs with only slight muffling. Infection of all human beings within earshot is virtually guaranteed, except in cases of sensory deafness. After this cry, a shaft of radiation in the visible spectrum forms around the subject, who will then levitate 7 feet above the ground before redacted and vanishing. Okay. As with SCP-A, no traces of the vanished subjects will have ever been found.
This is very similar to that other one we read earlier today,
Yeah.
except what if it was contagious? What if it, like, actively made you kill people and, like...
Which one earlier today?
Ascendance.
First one
you
with
get the
the,
note, and then
Oh.
you perform the ritual, and then you glow brightly, and then you
I-
vanish to ascend.
I guess, but that one didn't really seem...
I mean, it's similar in the way that things are... they're glowing brightly, and then vanishing to a different place with gods or some shit, like...
The gods is just kind of you mentally inserting that, but fine, sure. I guess I can kind of see the similarities. They just seem a little surface level. I'm just confused as to what the fuck this accomplishes. Anyways, let's keep going.
Yeah.
Scroll down.
Okay.
SCP-C manifests in subjects of high IQ and analytical or contemplative personality type and is the most dangerous of the 3 manifestations. Unfortunately, the majority of the Foundation's research staff are susceptible to SCP-C. Wow. Upon initial infection, subjects will close their eyes and remain voluntarily still and silent for an average of 30 seconds. Questioned on this, subjects will claim to have been praying. Any infected subjects detected at this stage must be terminated immediately, and by any means necessary. After the initial infection, subjects will behave as normal, but with a significant increase in sense of well-being. The system persists even when the subject is forced into unpleasant conditions. Infected subjects seem to possess SCP-370 contagious knowledge about the appearance and exact nature of SCP-370, whether or not they have been exposed to such information. Subjects will actively and covertly attempt to spread SCP-370 infection, specifically targeting victims likely to manifest SCP-A or B. A or C. These efforts are likely to include, but not limited to, mentioning SCP-370 contagious information in casual conversation, attempting to have SCP-370 removed from containment for research or attempted disposal, adding SCP-370 vectors to Foundation research notes or other documents, including this page, attempting to broadcast infectious material on a large scale.
What was
After-
the actual object again? Did we get a description?
It's a fucking key.
There's a key,
it's a key that you
embedded in
cannot
a small
observe.
slab of solid lead inside a steel box. Okay, yeah.
If you observe it, all of this shit kicks off. Great.
Or any information about it.
Yep. After about 50
we have it
successful
now.
infections. What?
Guess we have the disease.
Yeah. After about 50 successful infections, SCP-370-C enters its final phase. During this phase, the air around the subject radiates a small amount of light on the visible spectrum, creating a faint yellow glow around the subject. This glow induces a parasympathetic calming response in viewers and has a redacted percentage of causing infection for every minute of visual contact. Okay. Within about a day of this radiation appearing, regardless of any further successful infections, a flaming data expunged burn marks on any surfaces it touches or passes through and leaving no trace of the infected subject. Okay. This event leaves behind an invisible patch of contagious space which infects anyone who passes through it. What? Okay. Patches seem to fade in approximately 7 days, but as a precaution should be avoided for a full 2 weeks. It's become apparent that SCP-370-C infection is being used by some personnel as an excuse to torment and murder fellow Foundation staff. Personnel responsible have been demoted to D class. However, considering the enormous threat posed by SCP-370-C, the containment protocol above will not be revised. Dr. Redacted. Addendum 370-A. The circumstances of SCP-370's original retrieval are unknown. It was found in the ruins of Site Redacted, a remote Foundation base in east of Redacted. Thank you. These containment protocols in their original form and the described steel box were found in a sealed vault along with a single corpse identified as Dr. Redacted, a known Satanist, and the Doctor's personal log, which was found to be SCP-370 contagious. The rest of the site was abandoned and no other dead bodies were found, although signs of struggle were ubiquitous. The rest of the site's stored data on SCP-370 has been erased or destroyed, although a few useful notes on other SCPs were recovered, particularly SCP-Redacted. Okay. Several infection events occurred during recovery efforts. They were contained with extreme prejudice and the infection was believed extinct. SCP-370 was briefly designated safe. However, in light of recent data expunged, Keter designation has been restored and anti-memetic security has been tightened throughout all Foundation sites. Addendum B. Dr. Redacted's personal logs have been successfully purged of memetic infectiousness and is cleared for viewing by authorized personnel. The same precautions described for reading this article also apply to the log. Great.
Great. I feel like I went the same point of view where I'm just like, this is so convoluted and it's just kind of not interesting.
It doesn't. There's nothing here beyond the. Okay, turn your head and cough.
So
and also, this guy next to you is going to
infection-
glow brightly and die.
So the infection aims to spread the infection. That's not Of course it does.
Wow.
What? No fucking shit.
No
Almost like-
touching, no looking, no knowing of it. Sure, fine, okay, but like it doesn't do
Super
anything actually
contagious,
interesting.
I
People
kill
just
you
glow
disease
and die.
is what it is. So what? Like
Okay.
what? Okay, so it said like for the Type C individuals,
It's
right?
from a key too. Like what? Why?
Sure, the Satanist note about the doctor who was dead there. Whatever, fine, fuck it. Maybe it's got some like sort of.
Yeah, we'll see what that is in a
Maybe
moment.
it's some sort of
we'll see what
biblical
that is
shit.
in a moment. We are going to read that. However, so for the Type C, they need to manifest and like then infect 50 other people. And I'm just like, so that's mostly going to take place within a Foundation
I guess
site.
it has something to do with like satanic temptation and like potentially rituals involving this sort of thing. But
what
like
I'm more like confused about is like,
I
what
guess
if they just run out of people? Because like, it's the pyramid scheme gimmick where it's like one person needs to infect 50 people, and then those 50 people need to infect 50 people.
I mean,
And then
yeah,
what
but I
happens if they're
imagine
not
the thing
able
that
to do
created
that?
this didn't care.
What happens if they're not able to do that? Do they just?
I don't.
I just don't.
assume
I
they're
don't like this one.
just SOL.
Yeah.
All right, let's read the fucking log and be done with it.
Yeah.
All right. Personal log of Dr. Redacted. Date absent of 2009. Richard's team came back yesterday, what was left of it anyway. Most of them were wiped out by some sort of memetic infection. They've also brought back an artifact, a key or something, to dig. There's something wrong with Richard. He ought to be inconsolable, having lost so many agents, but he just kept smiling. Meanwhile, work on SCP Redacted has ground to a depressing halt. The next battery of tests will involve relevant data expunged. Personal log, same guy. I'm gonna just keep reading.
Yeah, just say personal log
As
for
is.
each of those, unless it like changes.
Ha! I was right. I knew there was something abnormal about those smiles. They brought out the artifact today. Half of the people who saw the damn thing just started attacking everyone in sight and had to be put down. The survivors have been quarantined. The bodies of the dead have been incinerated, and the survivors are still in quarantine. The artifact recovered has been designated SCP-370. I hate observational emetic hazards, by the way. How am I supposed to study something if I can't fucking look at it?
I fucking love that.
Real, so real for that, man.
So, I fucking hate this shit, man. God damn it.
Date 2009. Fuck. It's not observational, it's worse. Probably the worst meme we've ever encountered. Reading the notes on the thing seems to have exactly the same effect as looking at it. It's pure luck I didn't get infected myself. Word of mouth information transfer does the same thing. We've got a full third of our research staff in quarantine now. At least we should. Some of them have just disappeared. I'm freaking out here. I did a compassion ritual yesterday. Made myself feel a little better. Details of ritual expunged. Seeing Richard in this state is really messing with my head. He's not himself at all. He's freakishly cheerful, borderline manic, and he's tried to breach the quarantine 3 times already. Managed to cause several infections by shouting what I assumed were details about SCP-370's appearance. Fuck, I don't even know when information can spread this thing. I personally destroyed a bunch of documents without review earlier today and had anyone who protested quarantined. Dr. C says I'm being paranoid, so I quarantine him too. Date 2009. Well, I've solved the mystery of the disappearing personnel. Some of the infected commit suicide, and when they do, they vanish with this blinding flash. I caught maybe the very edge of the flash. I'm afraid I'm contaminated too. I can feel the key hovering around the edge of my mind. If I wanted to, I think I could see it in my head. Ugh. I started a write-up of the containment procedures for if we ever contain the fucking thing. It helps me keep my mind off, well, yet. There are 3 kinds of infections. The murdering kind, the suicidal kind, and the happy kind. Suicides and murderers don't actively try to spread the infection, but deaths caused by 370 all seem to create this infectious light. The happy ones seem mentally uninfected. Their only desire is to spread this thing by any means necessary. They're clever, though. They'll pretend not to be infected. The only giveaway is the happiness. Even if you torture them, they show signs of pain, but they don't seem to care. It doesn't make them unhappy. On the bright side, I had a talk with Dr. C via a Class D go-between, he told me to go fuck myself. So I've let him go. Day 2009. We've lost our grip on this thing. Richard and team are still contained, but we have the Smilers wandering free in the base. I've taken to carrying a handgun and just shooting anyone who looks happy. Considering how haggard and miserable most of our staff is, there's not much chance of a false positive. I've sabotaged all the communication systems. We will stop this thing here. Infection in me feels like it's spreading, trying to take a conscious effort not to think about that. There is no God. I am.
I
Personal
love
log.
that. I've just started shooting anyone who looks happy. I'm just straight up. Love that.
There is no God. Quarantine has been breached. I'm afraid Dr. C and I may be the only uninfected personnel on site at this point. He's only safe because he was in that quarantine cell for so long. Knowledge is starting to slip. I know things. Meme expunged. Not know what SCP-370 looks like, but I know meme expunged. There is no gate. I worship only myself. Date 2009. Notes. From this point on, the writing gets more and more shaky. Some parts appear illegible, and large segments had to be removed due to memetic contamination. Satan used to just be a symbol of my own unrepressed desires, a symbol of freedom. I've changed my mind. I pleaded meme expunged. I performed another ritual, not in the book, just one that came to me. I had to use Dr. C. Redacted. I felt a little bad about that at first, but it's all for the Foundation. I have a meme expunged. Until all the infected have meme expunged, should provide an opening for me to make contact meme expunged. If I can get the physical key encased within the molten lead from my experiments with SCP redacted, then meme expunged, until the rest of the Foundation finds us. I think I'll stick it in a huge fucking steel box too. You know, just in case. Date 2009. Note, this final entry is written in blood and begins with an outline of a complex and gruesome ritual involving, among other things, the use of 80% of the invoker's blood. Intended purpose of this ritual is unknown, and our attempts to recreate it have all failed, with the subjects falling dead from blood loss before completing the ritual. Details of ritual expunged. In the name of the adversary, I seal the gates. Meme expunged. Return to your thrones. Meme expunged. 2009, notes again written in blood. Positively identified as Dr. Redacteds. What have I done? Memory shaky. Not surprising considering what I've been doing to my mind for the past few days. The containment must have been successful as I find myself sealed in with 370 in this book. Good. The effects of the ritual are beginning to wear off. Feeling extremely woozy. Conscious is fading. What have I done? Ultimate selfishness or ultimate sacrifice? Or just ultimate pettiness and spite? I must apologize to Richard. End of log.
That
Okay,
was
I like the
mildly
incident log.
entertaining.
That's better.
Yeah. It's still a little like, I understand they had to expunge everything, but god damn it.
I don't know, is it supposed to be like a stand-in for demonic temptation or something? Forbidden knowledge, I guess? Fucking whatever.
What's it called? Akid.
I don't know. Cool.
Oh.
Alright, have at it, Chief.
Alright, macro. Anyway, I think that'll be it for
Oh man, anyways. Maybe we could.
Yeah,
Technically.
it's just barely over 2 hours. I want to keep going a bit longer.
Yeah, I know.
Item number SB-371. Object class Euclid. Special containment procedures. All specimens of SB-371 are to be contained in ocean water tanks filled with at least 750 liters of water, approximately 200 gallons, per specimen at between 2 and 5 degrees Celsius. Walls may be constructed of any waterproof metal or plate glass and at least 2 inches thick. Once every 30 days, a live animal weighing between 25 and 45 kilograms, preferably oceanic fish, although in emergencies any terrestrial vertebrate, including humans, with the head kept suspended above water will suffice, is to be deposited at the containment unit. Following the completion of the lytic cycle after 10 days, several SCP-371 specimens may be maintained, and all extra are to be strained out of the extra current water, dried, and incinerated. I have like a minor pet peeve here. I understand why a lot of places use Celsius instead of Fahrenheit, but I've always just kind of not understood that, because Fahrenheit is just in lower increments, so wouldn't it just be more accurate to temperatures?
You mean you could be like the freaks who try and use Kelvin?
Nobody uses Kelvin. Like
there's
what's
one
the
place.
difference between 2 Celsius to Fahrenheit? So that's 35 to 41. So that's roughly like 1 Celsius is 2 Fahrenheit. There's a decent enough difference between 6 degrees of Fahrenheit. Like, you can feel that.
Yeah.
And so I'm wondering, like, why it's so variable.
Yeah.
Oh well. And that's always just like a pet peeve of me, especially in these like very super scientific settings. Is like let's just go with the
Celsius is
broader
typically
term of
accepted.
measurement rather than the precise one.
Isn't Celsius just the commonly accepted?
It's the commonly accepted one, but I never understand. Like, I understand it's like Americans are the ones who use Fahrenheit, but at the same time, it is literally more specific. I think Kelvin goes even more specific. That's why they use it for like other shit. But it's like in scientific shit, I don't understand like why we're keeping it in 2 to 5 degrees Celsius when that's a variable of like 6 degrees Fahrenheit, and that could matter in certain instances. Anyway, that's just like a pet peeve of mine.
Oh,
I agree.
it's primarily because it's anchored to natural observable properties of water.
I believe like Celsius was how water feels the world, and Fahrenheit is how humans feel the world. Is like the reasoning behind both of them. But like I'm looking at it from a purely just, this is bigger scale, this is lesser scale.
Right. So
Yeah.
okay, 0 is freezing, and then 100 is boiling. Fucking hell. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
just. That just seems more
It makes more sense to, you know, do temperature based off of how humans feel the world than how water feels the world.
I don't know. Have you fucking asked water?
Yeah. You'll never guess what it said. It turned to ice at 0.
Holy shit.
And boiled at 100. Like, I can understand
Reads
that
paper.
being easier to teach kids in school, but, like, as an actual mathematical, like, measurement, it's not
feel like
very
it's the opposite.
precise.
I feel like it'd probably be the opposite.
I think it'd be easier to teach because it's, like, just, there were these set numbers. Like, 0 is freezing, 100 is boiling for this substance.
Yeah, go ahead and try and figure out what the fuck, like, the middle range is supposed to be at a glance.
Meanwhile, if we're trying to talk about, like, the boiling point of, like, water, it's, like, 100 and fucking what?
Like 300 something.
Was it actually 100 in Celsius? I don't remember. Yeah,
No,
100,
no, no, no.
212
100
Celsius?
Fahrenheit.
Celsius.
It is 100 Celsius, yes.
Yeah, and it's just like,
Yeah.
it's more specific in Fahrenheit.
Yeah, it's like 300 something in Fahrenheit.
Oh,
Oh. So apparently water boiling changes depending on elevation. Kind of forget about that. Holy shit, relax.
Fuck it, who cares?
Yeah.
No, I thought we were talking about water.
Why are we talking about water again?
thirsty.
Any personnel entering SCP-371's containment chamber intentionally must be equipped with scuba gear, commercially available shark-proof diving armor, thick faceplates, and Kevlar helmets. If these measures fail or are breached for any reason, the animal supply for that month may be skipped.
Okay.
What do they mean by that?
What do you mean by that?
They're not just like, oh, like recontain or anything. Like, get the suit. It's just like, yeah, you just
What
don't
do
have
you
to feed.
mean?
Don't feed him next week. Don't even
bother.
bother.
We're not saving him.
He's eaten already. There are currently 15 SCP-371 specimens in containment. Description: SCP-371 is a macroscopic marine virus similar in appearance to a bacteriophage. SCP-371 specimens range in size from between 20 centimeters to 2.5 meters, are somewhat transparent, and can be mistaken for jellyfish in water. SCP-371's physiological and behavior appears similar to ordinary microscopic viruses, although with several adaptations that make it a notable marine predator. The contractile tail fibers, shown in Image A, are composed of stiffened proteins and are adapted for locomotion. Swimming, grasping, walking on the ocean floor, a sharpened and hardened beak-like baseplate, rendering the virus capable of injecting genetic material through the dermal skin of multicellular prey, and presumably unknown sensory organs. SCP-371 cannot see or hear, but appears to hunt by sensing heat, vibrations, and pressure/salinity gradients. Most notable in SCP-371's encoding mechanism, which does not use the direct injection of DNA or RNA, but rather numerous microscopic DNA encoding packets, which enter host cells and use them to respawn the macroscopic organism inside the host. Stages of SCP-371 infection. 0 hours. Infection. SCP-371 pierces host skin and injects genetic material into the host, usually into the cranial or abdominal cavity, causing significant pain. 8 hours. Transcription. Bonding. SCP-371 genetic packets begin normal transcription/translation process, bonding with host RNA. 95 hours. Synthesis. Spawning. As host cells replicate, they begin to encode extracurricular proteins in the abdominal cavity, which form new SCP-371 specimens over time. Between 10 and 100. Depending on host size, specimen size also changes with host size. 240 hours. Lysis. Bursting. Once specimens have reached 20 centimeters in size, they exit the host body in a modified bursting pattern, causing severe trauma to the host and often resulting in serious... Get over it. I'll finish it once I finish. Causing severe trauma to the host and often resulting in serious bleeding, internal injuries, and death. SCP-371 lyses only in water, and for terrestrial prey will postpone this stage until the host enters water again. What? Okay, so it takes 10 days for it to finish. And up here they just say, like, animal supply for that month may be skipped. Do they just leave the guy in the water for 10 days?
Yep.
But this is implying that, one, he wouldn't be dead by this point already. Oh no,
Yeah.
he will suffer serious bleeding, internal injuries, and death. There's no way you live 10 days in this containment unit without them somehow keeping you alive. Like, feeding you, giving you like, clean water, because assumedly this isn't fresh water. What? Huh? What, do they just, like, use
It's
that
anomalous.
person who's been infected and they just take him out and then they keep him in a fucking holding cell until the 10 days have passed and then they throw him in the water and that's the feeding for the infection for that month?
It's anomalous. I don't fucking. Just keep
Can
going.
they not remove these somehow like a normal virus? Oh well,
Probably not. No.
I guess we'll see. But it would require them to be alive, presumably, to, you know, replicate, since that's how viruses work, is they, you know, fuck up your DNA and then make more of themselves by doing that. But if your cells aren't alive, they can't exactly make new bacteria or viruses.
Nah.
What?
No.
Huh?
No. Read.
Okay. For the rest of its life cycle, SCP-371 hunts and apparently filters salts and sediments from ocean water in order to grow up to 2.5 meters in size. The virus's average life cycle is 60 days, although the oldest contained specimen is currently 109 days old. Great, I'm
Wow.
glad they have a tracker on that one.
Good. Glad. I'm so glad.
Addendum 371-A. The initial SCP-371 specimens were found in the Redacted area of the Caribbean Sea, following the death of Redacted, who was attacked when diving with a partner who managed to capture film of 3 SCP-371 specimens clinging on to him, 2 on the head and 1 on the chest. The specimens lysed 10 days later when Mr. Redacted was taking a bath.
Okay.
Foundation prepared explorational vehicles discovered and contained the initial specimens. Recently, a civilian research expedition to the Guacamole Basin Trench brought up footage of more specimens, and it is theorized that SCP-371 is native to hadal areas of the ocean floor, including vent areas, surfacing when prey becomes scarce. Great. I don't care for that one specifically because of how unclear it was with what happened.
You know, maybe I'm with the GOC on this one. Why don't we just kill these fucking things?
I understand not killing this one because honestly, it's not that dangerous. What I don't like is
No, I
the
just
fact
want it
that
gone. I don't want to think about it anymore.
if these measures fail or are breached, the animal supply is to be skipped. Like, what do you? Can you give me some more information on what you're actually doing with the person who breached the containment? Are you taking him out of the containment cell and just like letting him just like live in a box until his body explodes and like maybe he lives? Who knows?
What if we just killed all of them?
Yeah, maybe we should.
I think
kill
that's
all
a good
ticks.
idea. That's true.
I don't want to get alpha gal syndrome. I don't want my cats to get alpha gal syndrome. Kill ticks. Fuck ticks. What the
Kill
hell?
all of them.
I understand
Burn them.
some things eat them, but I don't think anything exclusively
Don't care.
eats ticks. Yeah.
Don't care.
Like
Them
possums eat
mosquitoes.
them.
Die.
Yeah. Item number SCP-372. Object class Euclid. Special containment procedures. SCP-372 is to be contained in a cell, 5 meter by 4 meter by 2 meter, lined with reinforced plexiglass. Embedded into each of the 4 walls of this cell will be 1 infrared motion detector. Feeding will take place once every 2 weeks, to consist of 1 kg of red meat and uncooked vegetables to be deposited in its cell via chute. All guards working near SCP-372's cell must wear helmets with cameras mounted in the forehead with live feeds to the nearest guard station. In the event of a containment breach, an alert will be sounded that all personnel should watch for any brief flickering movements in the corner of their eyes and report immediately if one is sighted. Okay, cool. This is a completely unrelated thing, but I wish Steam had a feature that let me, like, just fucking ignore certain people launching games. Because some people I know launch, like, multiple games, like, every hour. And they're not ones I need to know when they're launching a game for. That's
Is
not
now
a huge
playing
deal.
New Vegas. Is now playing New Vegas.
Yeah,
Is now
it's
playing
just,
New
God
Vegas.
damn it, I do not need to see that this guy's playing Wallpaper Engine. Please. Let me just, like, mute specific people so I don't see them. Others is fine. Like, I like seeing when my friends are playing games. Fuck.
Part of the reason why I stay offline, frankly.
Anyway, that's just a completely unrelated tangent. Description. SCP-372 is a creature of unknown genus, approximately 2 meters long from head to tail and weighing approximately 45 kilograms. It is a long,
Wow.
thin body with 8 pairs of narrow limbs. Analysis has shown that its muscle fibers are redacted, allowing for extremely fast and precise movements. Every part of the body is abnormally flexible, and the limbs are coated with small fibers that cling to almost any surface. In place of eyes or ears, it has redacted. This sensory organ is capable not only of echolocation, but also of detecting energy transfers, such as the electrical impulses in the brains of nearby beings. SCP-372 has learned to time its movements to those pulses, predicting the movements of any being around it. It uses this technique to hide, either by hiding behind the head of a person looking for it, or by hiding in their scotomas, blind spots, and saccades, clipping during eye movement. What is
Okay.
this thing again?
Don't know.
So I was reading it and I kind of just droned out of my head about what the fuck this thing actually
A creature of
It's
unknown genus,
like a
approximately 2 meters tall from head to
jellyfish.
tail.
is. It like a jellyfish?
That's what I remember. It looks
No.
like a jellyfish.
No, that's the last SCP.
Oh.
New SCP.
No, the last SCP looked like a bacteriophage, not a.
Yes, but they said it could be mistaken for a jellyfish in the water.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, no, this is just, I don't know, some.
I got some real
It's,
stinkers.
it's a
didn't
fucking
I?
guy, I guess. Who
Yeah,
knows?
I got some real stinkers. SCP-372 first came to the attention of the Foundation on Redacted when an undercover agent working at Redacted reported seeing a creature that resembles the described hallucinations of one of the patients, Mr. Redacted. After thorough investigation, SCP-372 was captured via Redacted, and it was determined that it had, for unknown reasons, been tormenting the unfortunate patient. It had confused him by periodically following him and remaining within sight of him while hiding outside the visual fields of those around him, making him believe that he was hallucinating a monster no one else could see. Unfortunately, the patient had by this time accidentally mentally become unbalanced due to stress and redacted. I still don't understand what's going
That's
on.
a really clumsy
Is it
way
a
to
thing
say
in the
that
bottom of
someone's
someone's
losing it.
eye, or is it like a fucking beast that only stays just outside of your vision?
I think
and
it's
just-
a entity that stays just outside of normal. I think is what it's trying to be, which is why the description is so vague.
It's so weird. Okay. Log of tests on SCP-372. Participants 2D class, location, empty room, test parameters. D1 was instructed to stand in the middle of the room. D2 in the corner. Both were to perform a visual search of the room. SCP-372 was released into the testing room. After 5 minutes, armed personnel entered and ushered SCP-372 back into its holding cell. Then D1 and D2 were... How did they do that? What?
I don't know. Don't question it anymore. Just read.
How did they do that? They can't
I was
see it.
tired.
It stays outside of their vision. How did they...
I think it's out of like a direct vision. So
Even
like
then...
corner of your eye observation, but I don't know,
It's
man.
just so... Okay, results. After 5 minutes, D1 reported no sighting, and D2 only detected a few brief flashes. Yeah, that's what it does. Okay. Participants
Okay.
2D class, empty room, test parameters. D1 and 2 were instructed to stand in opposite corners of the room and make a visual inspection of the room once SCP-372 was released into the containment room. Results. After 5 minutes, both D class had cited SCP-372 15 times, both at identical times.
Yeah, you will.
It is believed that SCP-372 was darting around in the spots where the blind spots in their vision overlapped, and occasionally had to break cover and dart into another one when one area was no longer overlapping.
Okay.
Participants 4 D-class personnel, empty room, test parameters, D1, 2, 3, 4. I do appreciate how they're doing D-class here. This is very easy to read. Were instructed to stand in the 4 corners of the room and start watch SCP-372. It's just the SCP itself kind of sucks. Appreciate the writing, but like, God, this thing is boring. Participants, 4 D-class personnel. 1, the corners of the room, watch the thing. Results. Approximately 1.5 seconds after 372 was introduced into the testing area, D3 shrieked and collapsed, spurting blood from a wound on his redacted that seemed to have spontaneously appeared.
Wow.
D1, D2, and D4 abandoned their stations and ran for the locked exit. D4 began pounding on the door before he was also injured, losing 1 redacted. D1 and 2 retreated into one corner, D1 curling up into the fetal position while D2 stood absolutely still. No activity was reported for the remainder of the 5-minute test. When the test was ended, D3 had expired. D4 required surgical redacted, and D1 and 2 were not physically harmed. None of the surviving test subjects reported seeing SCP-372 at any time. Notes. Aside from what it did do to that mental patient, this is the first time it's actively harmed a person. D3 didn't really have time to do anything that pissed it off either. Did it just get hungry? Dr. Redacted. Addendum. Anyone pranking nervous personnel by pretending to see SCP-372 in front of them will be severely reprimanded. Yeah, this one sucked. This one wasn't good.
Get me out of here. I don't care.
Yeah, that 500 rating?
Am I just missing something? Like, I guess I like the idea of a creature that has to stay mostly out of view, but like...
It's just
What?
so bad is all. How much did the red pool have? 1,700?
I feel like
makes
that's not quite a
sense.
fair comparison. Most people know the red pool, I think.
What about like the hawk? 121, yeah, honestly,
That's
part
about right.
sucked, yeah.
What about
Vector,
read-only
Vector was one
memory?
we liked, 390. How the fuck did the peripheral
Read-only
jumper
memory.
get 517? This thing sucked. It's so bad.
It just doesn't tell me.
Like, what do you mean they ushered it? How did they do that?
Do you think they did the fucking come here motion with both hands or something?
They did at it.
Like, how do they move this thing? I
I mean, it
understand
does
if they
say it
threw-
apparently has a tail. You know what? Fuck it, it's a giant cat. I don't care anymore. Get me
Yep.
out.
Yep. They
Yeah,
did
I
at it, and
genuinely-
that's all.
I genuinely
One
don't
more
understand.
helix.
One more? Like for me, or
You're-
just like this is the last one?
Just in general.
Oh, would you like to take the last one then? This is a longer one.
No.
I'd appreciate it if you
No.
could.
Yeah, give me a second.
Okay,
Yeah, alright. I had to sit up out of my chair. I fucking slumped over for that one.
Oh,
And
I've
the
been
one
slumped
before it.
over the whole time. Oh, Junior is chewing on his dogs. Oh, there was a chomp. There was a chomp right there.
Incredible. Anyways,
It's really funny watching a cat do this, by the way. It looks so silly.
Yeah. item number SCP-373, object class safe. Special containment procedures. SCP-373 is to be kept in a containment locker at Site-38. Research into SCP-373 and SCP-373-A iterations is to be carried out by authorized personnel. Thanks. Grounds for immediate revocations of testing privileges include, but are not limited to, recent loss of loved ones, testing privileges suspended for 5 years, any history of abuse or inability to follow orders as per containment procedures for other SCPs, testing privileges revoked permanently, any past association with paranormal research or investigative groups, testing privileges revoked until approval gained by site director, or any unusual or persistent interest or obsession with SCP-373. Testing privileges revoked permanently. Okay. Note from head researcher. The potential implications of this device for both SCP-373-A entities and their former loved ones require a certain degree of composure with regards to its use. Quite frankly, we may be creating these beings rather than channeling them. Personnel unable to react responsibly with that degree of power are not to be allowed access. Note from head researcher. Testing suspended until further notice, see addendum, crossed out. Testing with D-class personnel to be carried out as per usual as per addendum 373-4. For maximum efficiency in gathering intelligence regarding SCP-370 I'm just gonna say SCP entities. Regarding SCP-A entities, all records used with SCP-373 should be 33.5 RPM vinyl albums with lyric-heavy songs or spoken word tracks. Why? Audiobooks, comedy albums, and other principally speech-based records are encouraged. Principally instrumental or orchestral music is forbidden. Oh, okay. Description. SCP-373 is an antique disc phonograph player. Fine. Markings on the machine indicate it was built in 1910, whatever the fuck. 1910s, looks like. An additional label indicates that the device was modified in late 1940 at a facility called Redacted Laboratories, Inc. The device is composed of a crank-operated turntable embedded in a wooden case, a tone arm with an aluminum stylus, and a slightly tarnished silver horn. He looks if you would. SCP-373 appears to have the ability to modify the audio of any record played on it according to particular patterns. Specifically, research has demonstrated that approximately every fourth word or phrase will be altered from the original recording's song or monologue. These new words can be organized sequentially to reveal what appear to be messages or statements from a series of unknown entities. These entities have been named SCP-373-AX with X to be replaced with a numerical indication as entities are discovered. The entity is able to communicate for the duration of each instance of playing of the record. Upon the next playing of the same record, the same entity will begin speaking, but will claim not to recall the previous conversation. Due to the stilted nature of the communication, it is rare for the entities to communicate any significant amount of information to Foundation researchers before the end of the record. However, research has demonstrated that two-way communication is possible by lifting the needle from the record while it spins and speaking into the horn. Okay. Any attempt at useful communication requires both parties speak while the record spins at the speed at which optimal playback was intended. All SCP-A entities report that speaking into the horn with the record slowed or stopped results in a high-pitched squeal for the entity, and vice versa. Testing with anomalies such as SCP-43 and SCP-1668 did not initially produce data. However, analysis of audio taken during testing has shown the presence of at least two distinct breathing patterns being broadcast from SCP-373. Further scheduled testing is currently under consideration. Addendum 1. Abridged log of SCP-373-A entities. Entity A3, run through number 1, record Painkiller by Judas Priest. Incredible. Note, an early attempt at scientific analysis of the phenomenon. Both the choice of music and questions were largely arbitrary. Two-way communication not yet understood. Full lyrical output is included below to demonstrate effects. All further entries will include only relevant utterances. Results playing of track 1, Painkiller, resulted in the following lyrical output. Hello? Hello? Can somebody hear me? Is this what hell is? I don't know what I've done. Please, it's so dark and cold here. Got it. Still the same person. Run through 8. Notes first consistent and notable demonstration of two-way communication potential. Communication redacted to relevant utterances for convenience. Okay, do you want to be Kim or the SCP?
I'll be Kim.
Okay. Speaking as record begins, needle up.
Hello. Please try to stay calm. You've had an accident and we're working to save you. Can you tell us your name?
Hello. Oh, thank goodness. I thought I had died.
Could you please tell us your name?
My name is Mary Turner. I had a dream. I thought they hanged.
You're okay, Mary. Can you tell me what you see?
All dark, no light, just your voice. Please help.
We're very close to getting you out. Just hold on tight. Can you tell me where you live and what day it is?
Valdosta, Folsom County. Is my baby okay?
It's fine, ma'am. Can you tell me what year it is?
What? You mean it's 1918? The record ends. Flipping the record results in the conversation beginning again, as in all other tests. Entity number A24, run through 2. Record item number 2, or pi 2. Item is a vinyl record pressed by Site 38 for testing purposes, consisting of a rapid, though clearly audible, reading of Charles Dickens' A Tale of Two Cities. The speed at which the book is read allows for approximately 720 words per minute, increasing the potential conversational ability of the ensuring SCP-373-A entity. Result: the following is the interview between researcher Kim and A24.
Hello. There's been
Fields.
an accident. We're trying to get you out, but we need you to remain calm. Can you please tell us what the last thing that you remember is?
Harry, is that you?
I'm sorry, I can't understand you. What is the last thing you were doing?
Harry, it's me. It's Susan. The car skidded on the ice. Where are you?
Wait, Susan? Susan! Oh my god, Susan? Are you in here?
Gonna
Harry,
take
we
Lucas.
can't
Harry,
tell
we
them.
can't tell them. Oh, okay, thanks.
We
Felix.
both did it, great.
Fucking. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. That's her, Joey. That's my wife in there. Sweetie, it's me. Oh god, you've been gone for almost a year, but you're back now.
You're you.
Yeah, it's security. We need security in here. He's losing it. Attempts to restrain researcher Kim.
Knocking down Lucas, grabbing SCP-373's horn, shaking.
I'm gonna get you out of there. Just wait.
Several agents enter the room and drag researcher Kim out by force, knocking SCP-373 to the ground in the process. Experiment ends. Damage to SCP-373 repaired. Researcher Lucas's injuries were treated. Researcher Kim's attack against Foundation agents attempting to restrain him led to his termination.
Oh, well, that's a little excessive, especially considering we, you know.
He was probably pretty manic, but yeah,
Yeah.
that is sad. Still sad.
Yeah, like, that's just unnecessary. That's a fair fucking crash out, dude. You heard your dead, like, wife, like, from a year ago, just talking to you again. It's like, what? Oh, well.
Addendum 2. SCP-373 entities have been showing a greater tendency to present themselves as relatives or close friends of Foundation personnel in the last 2 months. This has begun to take place in spite of deliberate efforts to choose records at random. Statistical probability suggests it to be highly unlikely that we have been selecting these particular individuals without some influence on the part of SCP-373. Requesting a halt to testing until a pattern can be discerned. Researcher Lucas. Addendum 3, request approved from the head researcher. Addendum 4. 4 different researchers have been caught over the last 3 weeks attempting to access 373 for personal purposes. In one instance, a researcher successfully began to use a record already believed to contain one SCP-A entity, at which point he was able to communicate with his deceased daughter. Present opinion among Site 38 Command is that SCP-373 is deliberately manipulating its users into emotional distress. Additionally, given the disregard for security protocols being shown now by experienced Foundation researchers in the face of SCP-373, we are forced to conclude that the object becomes increasingly determined to force individuals to use it as time passes between usage, much in the way predators become increasingly desperate as time passes after feeding. Suggesting that D-Class personnel be allowed to use SCP-373 twice weekly in order to prevent further deterioration of conditions here. Researcher Lucas. And Addendum 5 is a request approval from the head researcher. Wow.
Great.
That's not bad, I guess.
I like this. This one wasn't terrible, yeah.
Oh, it's interesting. I like it.
I wish there was a little bit more to it, I guess, but no, it was fine.
Yeah. Well, I do think
Certainly
that
not as
should be
bad as
our
the last
last
two.
one for today, definitely.
Oh,
Yeah. We did make it through a fair amount.
we did.
Like, a lot of
today's.
today's were super short, and we didn't get distracted by an hour and a half fucking fan submission. So, I think we went, yeah, from Ascendance to Ghost Record, to all of those.
You're
Admittedly, not a lot of, like, incredible ones. I feel like this is such a hard one to say, like, what my favorite was from. Like cool
I think I like the
t-shirt.
record one.
You know what? No, carriage grubs. If that's the one for the centipedes, that one was fucked.
The centipede was not centipedes.
Oh yeah. What the fuck was carriage grubs? Sorry, I'm not looking at the screen.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? No, little dog was right there, Helix.
Little dog and like not centipedes, cool t-shirt. Those are like all of like the ones.
I like
would say.
Descendants conceptually. It was just kind of small.
Not
It
a
was
lot to
simple,
it, yeah.
which is fine.
So
as
is your choice
opposed,
Little
to the key. Fucking god.
Hated the key. Shall we start introducing our least favorite article?
No, no.
This one sucks.
It
Review
would just be,
vomit.
Bro, why
it would
is
just
the
be the
key?
two with purple text.
Like, why is it a key? Just why?
I mean, I don't know. Like, maybe it's symbolism, like the key to their desires or some shit. If they could but reach it, I don't fucking know. I don't care.
I assume
think the
you
key
wanted
one was
Little
a bit
Dog.
pretentious. That or the centipedes, honestly.
If
Either
it
one.
matters, mine is the paper crane.
Okay.
You know what?
cool.
Yeah, Paper Crane also deserves an honorable mention. He's a little guy.
Don't worry, I'll give you that.
He's a little guy.
All right. Thank you all for watching. Goodbye.